How are we all doing? It's Skywatch time, guys. Ooh, some more movement on screen already. If you are just joining us, we're doing our live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. They're coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of crop circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. Lots of weird and wonderful things in these night skies tonight. So buckle up, sit down, and we are going to look out for those weird things. A few wisps of cloud tonight, but overall I think it's going to be another clear night for observations. Might even be able to test out our tracker and stuff tonight there, so keep your eyes peeled and let us know what you spot. There, Jeffro is already in there, Dan as well, and Lilac, how are you doing there? I think we missed the ISS at the minute, but he'll probably pass it back around later, so maybe we'll catch it then. But yeah, guys, say hello and let us know where you're all watching from tonight. And hopefully we're going to see some strange and mysterious stuff here in the night sky live. We're waiting for that blue to go. That blue is the last of the daylight coming off of the sun. It's not fully gone round, and this lens picks up a lot of light. So hopefully, yeah, well, definitely how the sun works. The more the night goes on there, more stars we're going to see, more of the beautiful night sky. Scooby, how are you doing there? And what's that one? Oscar, I've just started watching the Alien franchise. Aliens, and even more aliens. Can't remember what the third one, fourth one's called. Very, very good. They hold up, I think. I think they are very good. Are you enjoying them, Oscar? So yeah, do say hello, guys. Let us know where you're watching from. Doug is in as well there. Good to see you guys. Hopefully we've got a few little treats in store, a few little things to new toys to test out, but yeah, let's wait for that blue sky to go. That is the last of the daylight there. It's a bit brighter tonight. I might have to tweak the settings, but yeah, we're waiting for that daylight to go. That last bit, obviously we can see more and more of those objects moving around in the night sky. Well, we've got some movement. If only I could find my cursor. There it is.
Zoom mode activated.
Right here. So yeah, lots of objects like this flying around tonight in the night sky. Most of them are going to be man-made satellites, sadly, but not all of them. That's why it's a hunt. Pay attention, follow them across the screen, because if they stop dead, shoot off at speed to change their course or trajectory, that tells us for sure that they are something a little bit stranger indeed. We're going to zoom in on the good ones. The interactive grid should also be working again tonight, so do call out the grid references for your observations, and we can zoom in again on those. The mods can press the buttons there. Had your MRA prep today there, and Wednesday is the actual thing. Well, good luck, Oscar, and it's going to be good. Road to getting better there, so wishing you all the best with that one. Keep us updated with it. So yeah, guys, this is what we're doing. We're doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight, so coming to you live from Wiltshire in the UK, right in the heart of crop circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. Lots of weird things in these skies over the years. In fact, I'm going to spin the camera around slightly. Hold on to your hats. I want to go back to Vega. I was moving it around to kind of avoid some cloud earlier. I think there's a few wisps over here. Nothing too bad. But yeah, we are waiting for that last bit of daylight to go, and then we're going to be able to see more stars, more colours of those stars, and the more contrast to see more and more of those objects flying around in the night sky there. Poor man, how you doing? Thank you for the likes. Appreciate that, guys. It's the likes, the shares, the tapping away. Helps us reach more and more like-minded people there, like yourselves. And the more eyes and minds on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. And how does the interactive grid work there? Do we need to go to the website? So Oscar, at the minute we've only a couple of people have got the actual buttons for it. So the idea is a couple of mods. We are going to look for more at some point soon, but we're testing it at the second. So the idea is just put the grids that you spot anything anomalous in the chat, you know, A2 for example, and then the mods will go, that's a good one. They'll press the button and it highlights the squares. But we will be opening up to more people once we know it's more reliable and we don't get the double presses. That's the main thing. Everybody double pressing all of the time there. And Stephen, which way do you face the camera? Just had a nice bright one from north to south over the Black Country. The ISS did go over only a couple of minutes ago, so it might have been that, but we're pointing pretty much directly south at the second here, so we're in the wrong direction for it. But it's always phenomenal to see the really, really bright ones there. Can sign up, possibly Oscar. I'm sure Kate wouldn't have a problem with that. I'll let Kate know. DJ, how are you doing there as well? And where are we down here? Oh, Scooby there. Trump had a big speech to the nation has a big speech on Thursday night. Oh, I'm not following the political stuff, so is there any normal reason what that may be, or are we thinking that is lining up with all of these rumoured announcements? You know, perfect timing for that. Could we be on the cusp of disclosure of some shape or form there? I'll catch you later, Oscar. Keep well, man. And you got to let us know how what points you got for your exam for what you made there. All good, Lethal, all good there. Busy day, but we're here and we've got some new toys tonight. We've got some new toys. So when I say it all goes back into the stream, helping us improve what we do, I actually mean it. It all goes straight back in. And we've got a few new things to look at later, hopefully, if it all works out there. And it's cloudy and raining down here in Plymouth. Really? I'm a bit jealous of the rain, but to be honest, I'll trade it for a decent Skywatch tonight. I could do have a cool evening there. And they're about to crash the ISS into the Indian Ocean, aren't they? So it's coming to the end of its life. And what do you do with a big thing like that up there? If you just let it fall and, deorbit naturally, that won't just burn up. Lots of lump. I mean, was it Skylab? That was much, much smaller. Even Mir as well. Lots of those things survived the re-entry, so they're going to have to do a controlled re-entry. With it there, but they keep pushing the deadline, waiting, hoping for a private company to put a space station up there. So I think they keep delaying it, but it won't last forever. It's already been up there a while there. And Joseph is in there. How are you doing there? Another dollar, another day, another dollar there. How are you doing, Carl? Good to see you there as well. It's a lot cooler. I'm very jealous of that, Lethal. Where did we get over to here? Rich is in. Good to see you there. And I'm wondering what he would schedule today to talk about in 4 days. It gives me skeptical theories. This is the thing, like that sort of lead time on it. Interesting there. How are you doing, Liberty, as well? So the pic looks good. Actually, this is an error with the camera. Every now and again, it has a bit of a sulk, and then gives me this, and it is actually a better image. It's more flat. You don't get any of the edging of the lens, which blows my mind because that's a hardware thing. I don't know how it could. Anyway, it's sulking, but it's sulking in our favour at the moment. So I might have to tweak the settings slightly. We have got a few clouds tonight, but we've also got some more toys for you guys over on the tubes there. And Doug, it's a shame to burn it up there. Could turn it into a TK Maxx or something. A Greg's drive-through, Doug. Somebody did float the idea of why don't they just push it out to like a really far orbit and just like have it as a bit of a, we'll deal with it later. Maybe we'll turn it into a museum in 100 years' time. But if you push it far enough away, it's going to take a lot longer to come back in. And I quite like the idea of that. The Washington DC flyover anniversary is this weekend, so it could be timing with something like that. You know what, Scooby? I'm going to be hopeful. Not based on anything logical, but you know what? Fingers crossed. Let's hope it is something from that one. Stu is in as well there, and Indy as good to see you there. Stars look sharp and white. It's surprising, and this is the bug. So sometimes it will have a sulk and throw itself back. So we'll have to see. But we're now on a wireless connection, first night of the wireless one, so it's hopefully going to be more stable. But it might stabilise this part of it. So if it stabilises it like this, I'm actually a fan of that. How are you doing, darling?
I did put Otis away because as soon as I said he was being good, he started grizzling.
That's not like Otis.
So he's away. I've opened the kitchen window and I've opened the vent on the...
Oh, okay. A little bit of airflow.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you, darling. So where are we? Down there as well. And it's a good idea. It'll be great, a great historical relic someday. Actually, we don't think far enough ahead with these things, do we? I mean, I'm sure there's money spent better elsewhere, but this is we get to that point and then we regret. We look back and go, why didn't we save all this there? And how are we doing living like there? Beautiful specks of stardust, always so poetic there. And may our night be as vast as the void and as bright as a supernova there. I love it. And confusing as dark matter, as lies as dark matter. Where are we over on the TikTok there? Dawdle there coming in with the gifts. Thank you for those. Appreciate that, guys. All the gifts, the subs, the members, all that jazz goes back into the stream. Speaking of which, there, Liberty feeding Alan.
Nom nom nom. Thanks.
Thank you for that one, and Emilio as well. How are you doing? Where are we there? Moon bases for sure, Paul. There, less fuel to get to Mars. I mean. Anything that's getting us up there is the better. The more activity in space, I am all for that one. It's going to happen at some point unless we get wiped out by a big comet, so let's get it. We want to see that in our lifetime there. And Scooby,
nom nom nom.
Feeding
Thanks,
Alan,
guys.
thank you for that one. So appreciate that. All goes back into the stream. So we've got a couple of new toys tonight. So as I said, you'll be able to see where it all goes. And what's the new toys that we've got? So TikTok, because TikTok's an arse, you won't see one of them. So an extra reason to go and check us out over on the tubes there at the thing UFO. So basically we've got a flight radar and it's probably pointless showing it you right now. It is version 1, so it's a little bit laggy, but I'll show YouTubers right now. There is a plane, I think, maybe on there. Let's have a look. There we go. It's a bit laggy. Oh, look, see, there's a plane down there in the southwest. So you see it's jumping a bit. This is literally did this after work. So we've got to get that stable. But that shows you what air traffic is in our skies. Whilst we're doing this, if we see something come over, I don't have to bring up flight radar on my phone. I can just press a button with my foot and we can see it all on screen for you guys. So there, it's interesting. But sadly, TikTok doesn't allow us to bring in an extra layer like that at the minute. It's having a sulk. We'll keep working on it so you don't get to see it. But we have got one that you should be able to see. Well, we'll be able to see. We've got to wait for it to get a little bit darker. But I think I've got the tracker, touch wood, working to a certain degree. We'll see. It was working on my test videos, so you'll be able to see all of these objects get tracked a little bit better there, but I want to wait for it to get a little bit darker first. It's more used to those things, more used to those. Contrast there, X is in, and I spoke to someone today who flew UAPs for the US government. Oh, tell us more on that one. Good use of the grid there, 10 points. Thank you for that. Should we zoom in on this one?
Zoom mode.
So call out the grid references there, and then we'll just press the button and we can zoom in on the good ones. We need to see this sort of thing here. Stop dead, sure foot speed, change its course or trajectory. That will tell us for sure that it is something a little bit stranger than man-made objects flying around up there. So keep your eyes on them. We've got to follow them all the way across the screen, even if they've gone straight and steady. It's that last-minute hesitation. That's all we need. So yeah, X, what was the story about it? Because this is the thing, and I do think there is all that sort of stuff going on behind closed doors. But why are there not more leaks? And that's not like a criticism as in, you know, a skeptical point. I think there's probably a lot of good reasons for it. We hear a lot of people generally in the military that have kind of had adjacent experiences. They weren't directly involved, but we don't hear that many leakers from people that are directly involved. Is it because of the tight security? But yeah, like, what's their experience? How long are they doing it for? What's the gist? I want to hear more about that. X got you the projector, but chatting in the TikTok. I love that tick as well. The YouTube for the pros. Exactly, that is the pro move. And actually, that we've got the flight radar thing as well. It's up on our signals dashboard on the website. So you know, next step, 2 projectors, guys. Nobody's done that one yet. 2 projectors up. That'll be the pro move there. How you doing, Doodle? Good to see you there. And Harko, how are you? You got to check out. Shout us. Go over to the tubes, Harko, and you'll see what you've inspired for us there. Give us a shout when you're over there, and I'll press the button. You can see it, and it's all of. We have to credit Harko for this one, for the on-screen radar. And poor man there, is it better to watch on the tube? I think it is. Some people do prefer the TikTok. The chat's normally a bit busier on the TikTok, but I prefer the tube. So I'll show you guys. That's what it looks like. The camera's round the right way. There's less of my face, more sorts of other analysis and also extra features, but the tube does tend to be a bit more stable as well. It was lethal there. I see the green line going across the screen. So yeah, that is part of our tracker, which I haven't turned on yet at the minute there. How are you doing, Captain? Good to see you in. Thank you for the star map. Very, very kind of you, sir. How are you doing? So yeah, that you'll see that one start firing off in a minute. I've got so many new friends over here that haven't seen our tracker because it's been shit for the last 6 months. And I'm hoping it was working earlier. I'm hoping it's gonna go tonight. The problem is, obviously, if it's a live sky, we're doing a Skywatch, so we don't get any much off-screen time to train the tracking software on those objects, so it's always a work in progress. I can't decide fully if I think the tracker is good. Like, in principle it is. It's meant to identify the movement, track it across the screen, and highlight the ones that could be anomalous. And, you know, when there's multiple on the screen, it's very good to have that helping hand to make sure we don't miss it. But it does it looks a bit Star Warsy. You know, I'm not quite sure how I feel about it there. So now I can put you in touch with the UAP, a test pilot there, plus underground base. Oh, X, I love the sound of that. And this is why it's so cool to hear all of these things you wouldn't otherwise get to hear out there. And lovely, how are you doing there, C3? Good spotting, keep it up. And again, the mods will press the button to highlight those in the grid if they are anomalous enough, but keep it up. And Sky says you don't get leaks because they unalive people to protect the secret. Well, that's something that a lot of people have said, and maybe it's just that effective. I'd also imagine that they wouldn't they? They would choose people that are, you know, able to keep a secret. I wouldn't be able to do it for the life of me. Even, you know, with a gun to my head, I wouldn't. I just couldn't keep it a secret. So yeah, they probably wouldn't select people like me as well. So that and a little bit of the stick as well. I think they could definitely keep it quite quiet there. Where did we get to? Over here on the tubes as well. It's like nice radar and fancy. Thank you, guys. I said we're always trying to improve it, so you know, help us filtering out, improve our sightings. Once the tracker is properly sorted, then we'll start trying to match the satellites, you know, which ones we know are actually satellites, kind of get their names and numbers and, you know, monitor them as they go across the screen. But not quite there yet there. space bus. What was that one? Oh, and I like the radar feature. Thank you, Scoopy. Literally, it was Harco that gave me the idea of that. Harco built us a physical version of that on a little, looks like a little miniature arcade cabinet. It's got a screen on it with the proper radar sweeps, and I've got it on my desk here, so I can see at a glance. If we see something there, we can see that there. And Harco made it for us, and it inspired me to kind of do it for us here on the stream. And we need to have a chat sometime. I've got some ideas and I need to run some stuff. Oh, Liberty, yes. Message me somewhere and we'll book something in, because otherwise I will forget. But I'm definitely up for that. And you can have all of the windows open at once in VR and YouTube all together. It's such a gadget. Oh, Rich, I really want to try it. Terrible vertigo, so I don't think I'll get on with it, but I really want to try it there as well. So yeah, you're going to have all of the old the signals dashboard illuminated there, plus the radar, plus the screen and the chat going off at once. And it's got a call-in feature. Oh wait, what's that one's got a call-in feature? Have you ever had an actual experience yourself? Travis, very, very good question. So, part of the reason for doing this stream was because I hadn't had a UFO, or an alien-related experience. I'd had kind of spooky things, but I hadn't that. And, moving here to the country, as everybody's heard the story 1,000 times. Hold on, I just need to move the camera slightly, make sure my settings are all correctly pressed. That's still a bit bright. Can I dim that down a little bit, maybe? Sorry, back to that one. So, yeah, trying the new settings tonight. A couple of clouds over there, but nothing too much. But yeah, I hadn't. It's moving to the country, seeing how clear the night sky was, or is, and also this little town has UFO history. So that's how the stream kind of came to be. But doing this stream, we have seen some anomalous things that can't be explained by satellites, shooting stars, aircraft, drones, or things like that. Now, what they are, that's the next question. I haven't actually seen, as far as I can tell, like the outline of a craft. They're all just strange movements in the night sky. There was one possible exception to that, but it's not quite the same as some people's experiences that are that you guys have had kind of just out there in been able to have that first contact. I think how about yourself there, Travis? What about yourself there? And where are we? There is no UFOs or aliens, and we're alone, and God created everything for humans who fucked up big time, and now we eat shit to deal with it there. And evil there, evil UFO, what a name, what a combination. Look, you're fine, maybe you're right, I don't know 100% for these things, but I'm always skeptical when people are 100% confident on a very specific thing. The world is very, very rarely a binary yes or no with these things. It's very, very rarely something that is simple. So maybe it's part of it there, but I mean, it doesn't fit. If anything, I'd have to find a very good argument for that there. It sucks being a poor man. Oh God, it does there. Where are we there? Can he take it with you? Well, that is true. Because think about all the money that goes to someone else. I mean, probably, actually, yeah. Do you want to come to my birthday party? He does sound like a fun one. And where are we? It must be a full moon tonight. You never know. I need to get... Actually, we do track that. As one of the data points that we do track is the moon stages. And they're waiting for the giant saucer that fills up the screen. One day, Scooby, one day it's going to happen. It's going to be like Close Encounters, all the lights going around the rim and all of that. It is going to be pretty fun. So, oh God, I'm really dizzy tonight. Say that. I'm dizzy today. I don't know if it's the heat, but it's really kicking off my vertigo. But yeah, one day it'll happen. We had some interesting ones. It's been a while since we've had that slam dunk. And Sean, you're over on the tubes now. You've come to the dark side there. You're celebrating your death timer. I mean, it's one way to look at it. Did you see that you can buy these posters where you scratch off like the weeks of the year, and it's a massive one, but it visualizes how much time you've probably got left on average. And yeah, like, not for me, thank you. As soon as I know that number, I'm a bit, that's in my head there. How you doing? Up, good to see you. Oh, and Liberty, that one didn't come through. I have to see for the other ones there. And Lethal is in as well. You've made it to the dark side, guys. Let me show you the new tracker then. So there we go. It's a bit laggy. This is version 1. I don't think we've got any planes actually in the area at the minute, but they did show up earlier. So literally is a couple of hours work earlier. But it does show when we get a plane. If I keep my eye out, it will show you if there is something, in our area. So if we do get a sighting, something anomalous go through, we can match up what plane it is there. My estate will have to get sold when I die there. I hope my butler doesn't get it. Well, it'd be going down, you know, for the firstborn male, isn't it? You've got to stick to the old traditions, you know, when you've got the country pile, got to keep it in the family there. I'm ready for death anytime. Let's go! Sick of the planet. I think it's too much of an easy cop-out, isn't it, to say sick of the planet? Like, I get the thing, and it's quite a commonly held belief, but the whole point is probably that we're here to figure these things out, you know? But you wouldn't be on your own with it there. Yeah, but somebody's got to do it. Somebody's got to put in the work to change these things. And, you know, normally, sadly, we're all one cog in a very vast machine, you know, with barely noticeable difference on an individual level. But somebody's got to do it, you know, for those future generations. And crikey, we're in a dark record time tonight there. I know, up. Where are we over on the TikTok? Where did we get to? Dara is in. Good to see you there. How are we doing, Rio, as well? Level 25, straight in there. And what's the thing going across the screen? So that needs to be removed. That's what that is. It's part of the tracking software, which when it gets a little bit darker, we are going to fire that up again tonight to see if we can start to track some of those movements there. So it's a bit of a leftover from something else. It doesn't need to be there, but it is part of the tracker, and we can remove that bit. It's on my to-do list. Military to the east, thank you, Harko. Have I got anything on the thing now? Is it going to be on the... No, not quite seeing it yet, but I'm keeping an eye on it. Thank you for the heads up there. And R4, perfect timing, how things. It's all good that they're hot. A little bit dizzy, but another clear enough sky. We've got a few wisps of cloud in, but it's not going to be too much to stop us from hunting for the strange and anomalous. Should we zoom in on this one?
Zoom mode.
If you are just joining us, guys, we're doing a UFO, a UAP, a Skywatch tonight. Coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. Lots of strange things in these skies. So do say hello, let us know where you're watching from, and yeah, do help us watch and point out the strange anomalies. If you jump the grid in the chat, oh, it's that time where TikTok has a bit of a sulk. Sorry, guys. Sorry, TikTok. Every night that happens. Every night. At the same time. Very, very strange. It'll settle itself out in a few minutes, guys. Don't worry. Head over to the tubes. It's much more stable. But yeah, so make sure you're following, subscribe, whatever it is, wherever you are. So we're on pretty much every night. Clear skies, it's this. It's the UFO, UAP, Skywatch. Cloudy nights, it's the alien radio signal hunt there. We're searching the hydrogen line, which is the channel on the radio dial that scientists theorize that if ET's out there, it's where they put the hello message. It's where the wow signal was heard. Good to see you there. Oh, and where are we? Harko coming in with the gifts. Doodle 2, Harko and Dara. God, I'm so far behind there. Thank you guys for those. So it all goes back into the stream. Help us improve what we're doing. In fact, you should see some of those updates in a bit tonight. And to stand away from the windows when it plays its tunes. Yeah, that's the next step. I do need to start signalling the UFOs. Get a big light board on the roof of my house. The neighbours do think I've gone fully mental. There, Joseph as well. Thank you for the gifts. Amanda is in. Good to see you. Where's Kate? Kate the late. I'm sure she'll be in a bit. You're back now. You can't see the screen properly on your phone. You've got to turn it sideways, DJ. You've got to turn it sideways. Yeah, it's having a bit of a sulk at the second there. It's a government cover-up. That's exactly it. That's why they're screwing with our internet there. One day we will get fibre here. Hopefully by the end of the year. Didn't get the notification. No, we barely get anybody gets them from us on TikTok now. We're in their bad books. They don't like us. So government's trying to limit the views there by making TikTok sulk. It's probably just TikTok being absolutely useless as a platform, but you never know. We'll blame the government. Is it going to be clear enough now to get the tracker going? We've still got a bit of blue in that sky, guys. That means there is still a bit of daylight there. The sun hasn't fully gone around, and therefore, you know, we're not getting to see all of the stars that we would otherwise get to see. But that will happen shortly. Probably another 10 minutes or so, and we should get a nice, clearer picture of that. Should we spin the camera around, see as that gets darker, we're going to see more and more objects up there. Oh no, it's getting cloudier if we're going this way. Yeah, we'll get to see more and more objects up there. And yeah, more and more colour of those stars. Last night was absolutely fantastic. Might go play with the settings on the camera in a minute, actually. Lucky. Oh, don't you got the notification? I wonder why some aren't on that. There. Right, I'm going to bounce back over to the tubes. Where did I get to with you guys? And is that a radar beam pointing out instead of straight up? It is, yeah. That is a kind of a over the map rather than up in the sky. I mean, it does tell you the altitude. We take the data from, you know, all of the, not flight radar, but that sort of thing there. It's publicly available plane data. So it does give you the altitude on it. Have we got anything locally at the minute? Doesn't look like it yet. We'll have to wait for a plane to come in range again tonight, and then we'll bring it up to show you there. Everything is fake shit and poisoned and population control. I wouldn't argue necessarily. I think... look, the specifics, I'd probably say, yeah, you're probably right to various degrees, but the conclusion, that's where we're going to differ, you know, because otherwise you're just letting them win, aren't you? And not as many on the TV tonight. Last night was crazy, but to be fair, we've only been on 25 minutes. It's going to be a bit cloudier tonight, isn't it? So it won't be as clear. And too much Russia says Ukraine has not stopped the war. They're mobilising all Russia and nuking Europe. They can try, but judging by their current performance, it's probably going to be as good as our military performance at the minute. So I ain't that worried. Where are we? Don't forget the electric organ to go with the lights. I'll get Leanne on the old cinema Wurlitzer like that. Do 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 do. That was the worst Close Encounters one there. And have we all hit the like liberty? Thank you for that, guys. It is the likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that jazz that helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. And the more eyes and minds on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. Ooh, where's my cursor, you fucking thing? Wrong screen. There it is. Good use of the interactive grid, but I'm going over here. So we're going to see lots of moving objects up there like this tonight. Most of them will be man-made satellites. Statistically, again, that's what's going to be most of the stuff that is flying around up there. But not all of it, and that's why it's a hunt. Keep your eyes peeled, because some of them stop dead, move off at speed, change course or trajectory, and that means that they can't be a man-made satellite. It means they are so strange and worth further investigation. So yeah, keep your eyes peeled and help us do those hunting. But if you're new here, say hello, let us know where you're all watching from tonight, and ask away any questions, or if you had an experience with the phenomena, we'd love to hear about that one. It's going from bad to worse every day, and UFOs are not going to save anyone. I will give you that one, but right on the money. The UFOs are not going to save anyone. It is used as a bit of a cop-out. Benevolent space brothers are here to save us. Again, I will agree with that. That is there. But bad to worse. We're living in a weird time where we're seeing more and more of it. I mean, not that things aren't bad in certain areas, but it has definitely been worse many times on this planet, so we have to do our best to kind of pinch ourselves occasionally there. You know, we're just seeing more and more of it. You know, I always say, do you believe that politicians are more corrupt now than they have been in the past, or is it just that there's more recorded data and we're more able to share it, so we're actually seeing how corrupt they've been the whole time? That's how I would take it on there. TikTok is definitely a pain on that one there, and keep dreaming. I will try. And I don't know if it was because I don't watch it on the TikTok now, only on the tubes. I usually get the notifications on the tubes about 10 minutes after you've started. 10 minutes after, slacking. Even the tubes hates us there. And Doggy there as well. When you see a light moving, it is a firefly. So, Dong, that's an interesting one. We don't get fireflies in this country. They're not they're not native over here. They can't really survive in the climate. There might be like the odd patch, but they're definitely not common over here in the UK. What we're seeing at the minute is these are mostly man-made satellites and things like that, but we do get the odd bug. We get bats and things like that fly over, and they're quite interesting, you know, because they're quite dark. So if we were getting the fireflies, that would actually be quite an interesting one to see. But yeah, it's not something that we have to tackle directly. And YouTube should push out the notifications half hour before the stream. It rolls out in batches after that. Oh, is it in batches? Oh, that makes sense, because I get my own one for when we schedule it. As well there. And Bill Gates also owns Pfizer. Yeah. We get the gist. And Jeffrey there, the aliens love likes. They do. That's how they know that who wants to get on the spaceship. Yeah, exactly, Scooby, sadly. Which is really weird, because, you know, I've never seen that out in nature, and I would actually quite love to. Was it cicadia as well? Cicadia? That's something like that, isn't it? There's another bug that you get that, didn't you have like a big load of those? We don't get them over here either, so I was hearing about it in the news that you've got a big swarm of them, because it's every 7 years or something they hatch or whatever, and I was like, no idea what that is. And Doug as well there. I heard there are some fireflies here, but I've never seen one. I wouldn't be surprised if there was, like, I don't know, some really weird tropical valley or something that they might have survived in there. And you're not seeing anything there. You see drones filmed from bad angles with a bad camera. Evil. I'm getting a bit tired now. We get the gist of it, and I don't disagree with a lot of it, but it's not all that. That's just lazy. There's far more out there. There is a lot of evidence that just does not fit that narrative as well. So I don't mind if you've got particular bits, sort of interest there, but generalizations just don't fly there. Where are we? And I wish there were fireflies near me, and it would be interesting to see it as well. And Paul as well there. I saw 4 moving objects heading southeast at various altitudes through my binoculars, and they seem close together. Could they all be satellites? So potentially, Paul, they can, especially if they're in a train, they're one after another. Excuse me. If they're one after another, that's quite easy for them, especially how they're launching them in batches now for like that. But if they're side by side, that is actually quite anomalous. That is quite strange. It's very difficult for them to get to the side by side. It's not impossible, but it's very difficult and expensive for them to do that. So the real key for us is when we're seeing all of these things flying around in the night sky, it is their movement. Again, not every object up here is going to be anomalous. And even then, even if you say, for example, this was ET flying around, most of the time they're going in a straight line. And what we need to see is it stop dead short of speed, changes course or trajectory. That tells us for sure that it is something a little bit stranger indeed. So that is, that's what we need. But again, ET most of the time is going to be going in a straight line. It's going to be reflecting that light back down to us here on the surface in the same way that a man-made satellite would. So what's happening? These things don't have headlights on them. I mean, let's take this one right here.
Zoom mode activated.
This is nice, a big bright example. I mean, that is something that's flying around up there, again, reflecting the sun's light back and down to us here on the surface. And let me just scroll back out. So yeah, that is how we're able to see all of these things flying around. But it is really by their movement. If they're stopping dead, shooting off at speed, changing course or trajectory, that is how we know for sure they're a lot stranger. Because at these altitudes, we can see planes because of the camera. We can tell when it's a plane, drone, or a bird, or whatever it is in between that. We can kind of identify at those altitudes. This, what we're seeing now, is out the atmosphere. It's low Earth orbit to medium Earth orbit. And up there, you're working with the motion of the orbits. You can't just buzz around left, right, up and down as you would normally down here on Earth. You've got to work with that, what essentially is a falling motion. Those satellites are falling to Earth in a big circle. You adjust yourself slightly as you're falling, and so those dramatic movements require a lot of energy that our kit has got nowhere near the ability to do. I wish, where are we? Down there as well. Just for fun. It'll be good to see it though, wouldn't it? And I've seen 1,000 in Pennsylvania. I would love to. I mean, the Americans have got so many things that I would love to see. I've got a very, very long list there. How you doing, Jeffro, as well? Where did we get to? And Indigo there sounds biblical. Plague of locusts, but cicadias instead. Wasn't it? It was them and something else were both on like a 7-year cycle, and for some reason it had emerged that like last year was when they were both going to hatch at once. So they were expecting, like biblical swarms of stuff like that. And Liberty coming in, feeding Alan with the gifts there. Thank you for that. I will get over to you TikTokers shortly. I'm just catching up with the tubes. Guys, again, if you're new here, say hello. Let us know where you're watching from tonight there. So we are currently live from Wiltshire in the UK, right in the heart of crop circle country, just down the road from Stone Henge. Make sure you're following, subscribed, whatever is wherever you are, because we're on pretty much every night. Oh, TikTok's having a sulk again. TikTokers, check us out over on the tubes. Hopefully it's not sulking there too, because it looks like this. The camera's around the right way, less of my face, more of the night sky. And hopefully a more stable platform there. Don't get me started on flying ants. Hermetically sealed yourself in. And amazing raptors in the morning. Excellent. And caught an A400 this afternoon. Nice. Wish it had gone now that I thought about it. Where are you down there now? And is there a meteor shower? I think there is generally for like the next few weeks. We're in the territory where it is a little bit more active. Oh, yeah. Too soon up, isn't it? And Paul there, kind of side by side. They were all in my binocular view there. I looked because the first one was bright and the other three I could only see through binoculars. Now, that is strange. Like, technically, it's not doing anything that we couldn't do. And there is this middle ground. And we get a lot of sightings in this area that, you couldn't prove it conclusively with that information. But I've never seen, in over a year of doing this, I have never seen side-by-sides. I've seen a triangular formation of satellites a couple of times, but never the side-by-side. And different brightnesses as well implies that if they're going at the same speed, they're probably at a similar altitude there, and if they're all together. So that means if they're less bright, they're not going to be as large, so less light being reflected. So that is quite strange. I'd definitely put that as anomalous, Paul. Whereabouts in the world did you spot that? I look every night there taking the dog out for a pee. Hey, and as long as you're looking up, that's when you get a chance to see. I never looked up until we was doing this. And I never saw anything there. Tubes is all good, I'm glad. So guys, over on the TikTok, check out the tubes. It's worth it. All good using of the grid there, guys.
Zoom mode
Call
activated.
out the grid references of what you see, and then the mods will hit the button, and we can have a look at the one with the interactive grid, or just zoom out. In fact, should we try... I don't know how it's going to work, but let's try the tracking, okay? Oh, it's trying. Hold on, let it have its sulk. Oh, well, this is 10 times worse than it was earlier. Why is that? No. Weird. Hold on. Right, no. Has it not updated? Alright, I need to work on that one again. The tracking is looking like it's going to be a duff one tonight. I'll work on that again tomorrow. Hold on. There we go. Let's go back to this version. A little bit clearer for us there. Yeah, God, the quality's really dipped tonight of the night sky, hasn't it? That's a shame. Right, where do we get back over to in the chat? Where did we get to? Sorry, guys. My cousin lives in Devizes and Rude there near Roundway Hill. Paul, that's not too far from us at all, actually, Devizes. Just up the road. Have they experienced anything strange? Because Wiltshire in general is definitely a very, very... I call it a mystical county, but it's weird. There's a lot of history here, and there is something in the air. And do you think the aliens would intervene if we were on the brink of a nuclear war, or let it happen? Lila, it's a good question. I don't know. I think that I don't think they would intervene unless they absolutely have to. Because, the only thing we can deduce really from their behaviour, if, all the reports or whatever to go by, is that they're probably, they're the parent in the room, let us make our mistakes, learn our lessons, as long as we can come back from that mistake. And all-out nuclear war is probably one that we couldn't come back from. So if they're going to step in, that would be the one. But I don't know if we shouldn't rely on it. Oh, I forget that I'm thirsty. Northumberland is very dark skies. I love it. Again, I came from Essex. So light polluted there. It was these skies that blew my mind, actually seeing how awesome they are. Have you ever seen anything strange though, Paul? I mean, you've obviously saw those ones going by side, and they are definitely interested in our weapons and what we do with them. Anything nuclear, and I think the obvious one is making sure we're not doing anything dodgy
Zoom
with them.
mode activated.
But I did hear a theory that I did quite like, and because it's everything from nuclear mining, nuclear energy, nuclear ships, naval vessels, there, nuclear weapons, all that jazz. They're interested in all of it. And somebody theorized that maybe if we're talking about maybe the plasma-based life forms there, the plasmoids, maybe they feed off of that sort of thing, and they're just kind of attracted to it in the same ways that animals are attracted to the smell of food, because that kind of explained their behavior around the nuclear power stations and things like that. Again, I don't know how I feel about it, but I thought it was an interesting take on it. And how are you doing, Raf? Good to see you. Oh, Raf, we just tried the tracker. I almost got it working. I'm frustrated why it's not, actually. Yeah, it was it's not quite there yet, but hopefully in a few days' time you'll be pleased to know it'll be back. And why do you think our ancestors built so many henges, circles, and buried their dead in Wiltshire? Property prices were much better back then. I didn't realise, but Wiltshire was a busy place, wasn't it? But also the Fens, they were very, very popular. They were the most populated area at a certain period of time. Not so much now. Where are we? AFC, good to see you in. How are you doing tonight? Where did we get to? Almost. Honestly, Raph, I thought it was working, but I've just put it on the live and it was having a sulk there. So I'll try and some problem for solving in a second there. And 1990, I saw 3 Dolomites close together flying east. There was pretty much the same thing. That fighter jet chased a UFO over to Belgium. Ooh, Very, very interesting there, Paul. I'd like the sound of those. Raph must be devastated. He is. He's crying. He's logged out already. The dull lights were red. So now that is very, because not much is going to be a brilliant red flying around up there unless it's man-made. But that really does fit in with the plasmoids there. That ionized plasma going to be glowing a deep orange to a red. And hit the likes. We got close to 200 people in last night. Actually, you guys, you did absolutely fantastically. It was a record. I think it was 183 in over on the tubes concurrent at one point. So can we beat that again? It is the likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that jazz that does help us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. We can make more friends, but also we get people in to share their stories there, just like Paul here. And these are the stories you wouldn't get to hear anywhere else, you know. They don't make it to the newspapers. And that is the one thing that has blown my mind in doing this. I love doing the watching, seeing all of the strange and anomalous things. But the thing that's changed the, you know, my belief the most is your accounts, how often they are and the range of them are there. So I want to hear more. And to be honest, I feel America has many advanced systems and knowledge more than UK. Let's face it, we have a weak navy. Oh, we do, AFC, we really do. Yeah, and you know, they've always got a lot more money and a lot more things, you know, compared to their like hundreds upon hundreds of like whatever it is fighter jets. I think we've got 3 or 6. We're always on the poor side of it there. You've got to find a new channel, Ref, with a working tracker. Where is Zen? Oh, you have to reach out. Is Zen on the Discord? We might be message him there. And Z4 there. Hello, I just watched a video about a UFO, a flash. I went outside, looked up, and there was something actually blinded you. Oh, okay. And then it vanished while in flight. And I've come back to see this. Synchronicity, if it's into that. Where in the world are you? Thank you for sharing that as well. That is a brilliant one. So that amount of light, if we can go to the normal explanations of these things, satellites reflecting the sun's light back there, maybe it catches a solar panel or something back down to it there. Liberty coming in, feeding Alan with the gifts, thank you. Yeah, don't say, you know, you've caught it at the right angle there, and look, flash, you know, see it's like it's reflecting that light back there, back down to you. Now, if that was incredibly bright, think of how reflective that surface is going to be to transmit that much light back down to you there. It doesn't quite fit, and people were seeing similar things well before man had stuff up there in space, so it's a bit lazy to call them all satellites. That's awesome. Have you ever had any other sorts of experience there? Cloudy tonight, can't see nothing. Compared to how it was last night, guys, yeah, it is a little bit on the rougher side. I'll see if I can... I'm going to see if I can hit the camera in a minute, see if I can change some settings. I've got you on the smart TV on 60 inch there, AFC. I love that. Oh, we've got a new feature as well. Have we got any planes going over at the minute? Oh, we have. Hold on, there you go. Right, guys, it's a bit janky at the second because I've still got to work on it. But look, if we get any sightings, we go, is that a plane? Look, we can bring up the live radar to see what's in the area. We've got 2 around us now. So that bottom one, because we're south facing, that'll be the one that has a chance of coming into our field of view. There we go. New features. I said when I say it all goes back into the stream, I literally mean it. Zoom in on this one.
Zoom mode activated.
It's a nice bright one there, nice faint one behind it as well. Keep your eyes on them as I zoom back out. We're going to see lots of objects like that tonight. But until they do something anomalous, until they do something strange, then that's when we know for sure that they are something a little bit weirder than man-made satellites, stopping dead, shooting off at speed, changing their course or trajectory. But there's lots of them. Nice faint one down there as well. So keep your eyes peeled for them there. And for the chat is too short to explain it there, but something is going on out there aside from the satellites. I totally believe that as well. And yeah, the chat is always a bit frustrating. Join us on the Discord. Link in bio for that one, guys. And you can always have the chats off stream. And it's the new norm on the TV now, to type on the phone. The pro move. We've got over, I think it was like 55% of our viewers are TV on the tubes. You love that. Hey, and it's also available on the Signals dashboard, so you can bring it up yourself all the time as well. So part of the features for you guys. Got all the top things on here. I'll turn this. I don't think it's not working tonight. I don't know why, but I have got tracker. I'll quickly show you. Where's it hiding? I've been fighting with it since. Is it that one? No. Is it that one? No. Where is it? That one. There we go. I've been fighting with this since last year. But yeah, this is our tracker, and it's not working properly at the minute. But there we go. Oh, so it's having a right. Oh, why is it sulking like this? But the idea is it meant to identify movement and follow it along the screen, you know, and highlight what's there. Let me just change the settings on that a little bit. See if it can Yeah, it's going all wonky. So I need to tweak it a bit more. But the idea is that it will basically, pick up on the fainter ones that we might miss and highlight us if there is anomalous movement. But it's obviously it's still sulking today there. Oh, where are we? Down here. Oh. We've got all the toys there. 2 military helicopters to the north, and one is an Apache. Oh, should we see that on the screen? Is it close enough to us? Is it that one? Is that the Apache? I can't see, it's too small on my screen. Where is it now as well? Or you'll be filming them planes. I expect nothing less, Liberty. And a wonderful world. Are you on our Discord? Yeah, definitely join the Discord, guys. Link in the bio for that. It's a great place to share your experiences. Put the full accounts in. It also doesn't disappear after the chat, after the show ends there, and all of our community can see them there. Got good personal experiences section for that. And probably chasing UFOs. Definitely not just out training. 100% done. There's you not getting any work done there. Right, you scallywags, finger that thumb. I can't repeat that one, Raf. But thank you. Yes, it is the likes, the shares, all that jazz that helps us reach more and more of you guys. Building up our little community, and more people come in and share their experiences so we can all understand it a little bit more. I'll be back over on the tubes. Won't be long, guys. The tubes are on the TikTok to follow up with your chat there. 46 like and 100 watching. Shameful. It's nearly 50%, but we do appreciate it, guys. As I said, that is how the algorithm knows that other people might be interested, and you never know who's going to come in and what story they're going to share. But if you are just joining us, we are doing a live UFO UAP Skywatch tonight. They're coming to live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of crop circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. Say hello, let us know where you're all watching from tonight, and do ask away any questions you may have. And we've been having them American planes flying over from the past 8 weeks, even like 4 a.m. in the morning. So loud. As an ex-RAF veteran there, is disturbing my sleep. You thought you'd be used to it there. I saw a couple of B-52s go over Frome the other week. Impressive to see there. Have an Apache on your channel. I saw one up close once when I was in the cadets. They are so beasts. They're so beasts. And for that, wouldn't it be nice if you turned on the subtitles there? I don't always keep up, and others probably don't. Sadly, I would love to, but we can't. Is the downside. It doesn't let us, with the way that we're streaming at the minute, which you get a choice between latency, so like the speed of how quickly the signal goes out, or things like subtitles or that auto rewind, so you can scrub back basically. But because we've got the latency down, YouTube won't allow us at the minute to have subtitles, so sadly we can't for those ones. But maybe if they do an update, maybe we can then. But it's a good point. And Barry's back. How are you doing? And Liberty Fridays are the best when they ain't away. Where are you? Down there as well. And Tina and Nashville, Tennessee, close to a military airport. Oh, have you ever seen anything strange there, Tina? Welcome aboard there. And for it, hopefully we'll get it there, because I think there might be something they'll include for us in an update at some point, hopefully, because it is a bit of a pain, you're not wrong. Where are we over on the TikTok? Let me bounce back over to you guys quickly. Harco as well, R4, and Is This? Thank you guys for the gifts. Appreciate that. The gifts themselves, the Patreons, the members, all that jazz does go back into the stream, helping us improve on what we are doing. Where did we get to? Oh my god, I'm a few messages behind for you guys. I've been over on the tubes for too long, but I'll be back over to YouTubers shortly. Saying that, I've got to scroll right the way up the chat. Where did we get to? We got to there. Drewski is in as well. Language. I only know swear words, Joseph. Where are we? Down here as well. And if we came from Mars, just say we could have been sea mammals and evolved to land. Oh, tick tick. Honestly, you're not far off, I don't think, with that. Like, I am very bullish on us coming from Mars, even if it was maybe like in a very simple sense, like multicellular rather than complex mammals or anything like that. But I'm not opposed to that idea. I think our story of our solar system, the planets within it, I think we know so little about that. There's actually a lot of evidence that, some scientists recently did the maths on how many evolutionary steps it will take to get from single cell to multicellular life, and did the maths, how long that take. we're 2 billion years short on Earth. The Earth has not been habitable long enough for life to fully develop here. So it's got to have come from somewhere. Mars was habitable for 2 billion years before the Earth. So immediately we've got that. And maybe it's a lot more interesting there. Harko coming in with the shares. Thank you for that, guys. Just shares, the likes, all that jazz helps us reach more of you guys. Is that UFO 73000? What's that? What's that one? Feed him, exactly, Harko. And the politicians do a good job, in my opinion. Where would we be? We have no one to blame. Yeah, we need a good scapegoat, Joseph. I wouldn't want to be one. Rio just got the notification that we're live there. Thomas and Dirk, sorry, welcome aboard. Thank you for the follows, guys. Where are you joining us from? Good to have you in. Has anyone noticed on the TikTok at the bottom, when you press the puzzle symbol, it's a song gift. What's that one? Do you get to sing to us? Another question, who thinks the moon landing is fake? I understand why people do. There are some very interesting questions to be answered, and I trust NASA as far as I can throw them. But I still lean to the moon landings being pretty close to what they describe. Good use of the grid there.
Zoom mode activated.
Call out the numbers and the letters there for the grid, and the mods can highlight it. We can zoom in on the good stuff. We need to see objects like that stop dead, shoot off at speed, change their course or trajectory. That will tell us for sure that it is something a little bit stranger up there in the night sky. Indeed. Where are we? Over in the chat. God, I'm so far behind. Sorry, guys. Where's it gone? Oh my God, this is so far behind. Over on the TikTok. Where did we get to? And it keeps jumping a bloody head on me. Moonland is there. We go. The reason I ask is because I think it's about if it was fake, there would have to be faked 9 times. Exactly. It's thinking you would have thought they'd make it easier on themselves there. And how you doing? Is this? And Rio, we are now frozen. Oh, we're at that point now. Yep. Hopefully it's sorted itself out now, though, for you guys. But if you do want a more stable experience, go join us over on the tubes at The Thing UFO. Firstly, the camera is around the right way. You've not to turn it sideways to fit it in. Less of my face, more of the night sky, and all sorts of other contextual stuff. We've also got the radar that can pop up on the screen that you don't get to see otherwise there. Or is this, you're outside right now? I would like to be outside to cool down. And King Richard, how are you doing there? No, not yet today. Not yet. Just got some nice movements, but nothing anomalous. But we haven't actually been on that long tonight. So things like this, guys, we need to see them stop dead, shoot off at speed, change their course or trajectory to tell us for sure that they are something a little bit stranger indeed. Right, where I keep fucking TikTok is always just scrolling ahead on me as I am trying to read the chat. Where did we get to? There it is. There is. This was in, wasn't it? There. Oi is in. How are you doing? Ben is in as well. How are you doing, Ben? And Mickey as well. I live on the Isle of Man. There hardly any light pollution whatsoever. Oh, now that would be absolutely fantastic. Mickey, can we set a camera up in your garden? You can turn it on for us every night. That would be some fantastic viewing, guys. Absolutely no light pollution there. That'd be. Oh, can you imagine what we could see? Where are we as well there? And NRSR, how are you doing there? Hello, thank you for joining us, NR. I hope you're still in there. It's been a while since you've probably made the comment, but thank you for that. It's very kind. But this is what I love doing, hearing all of you, coming in here, meeting you guys, hearing all of your experiences, and then also having those ones come up on screen for us all to enjoy together. So guys, do say hello. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Make sure you're following and subscribed because we do this every night. Clear Skies is this. It's UFO, UAP, Skywatch, right from the heart of Crop Circle country here in the UK, just down the road from Stone Henge. On those cloudier nights, we can't get the camera out, so we do an alien radio signal hunt there. Like the film Contact, we're listening on the hydrogen line, the place where scientists think we are most likely to hear a message from ET, and where the wow signal was heard back in the 70s. But many more anomalous signals since then. And if the moon's up, I can be bothered. It looks like that, and we see some strange things on, off, and around the moon. But yeah, pretty much every night that we're on there. Going to another live to get coins to spin it. R4. It's very, very kind of you. And probably Wiltshire Stone Henge could be an energy portal for interstellar travel. See, this is the thing. When you talk about the, what the current explanation for these megalithic structures are, I struggle, not from a practicality point of view, but more on the, why would you expend so much energy when your resources were so much less on what they're describing it there? You could do achieve the same sort of thing for a lot less. And I know as humans, we like to to go the extra mile, to be a little bit extravagant every now and again. But these are substantial structures there. Something like that would fit there. Arthur and Joseph, good spotting that. Oh, catching a bit there. And William, am I silly to ask, is this real? No, never silly at all, William. Never at all there. It's a brilliant question. But yes, it is real. This is a live camera about 10 metres in front of me in my garden. In fact, we'll spin it around if it wants to work. Hold your hats. There we go. It's about live camera, 10 metres in front of me there. In fact, that's a crap part of the night sky. Yeah. So it's coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK. Where are you joining us from, William? Good to have you in. There we go. Let's bring it around to this beautiful star here. That is Vega. 26 light years away from us. There is Vega.
Zoom mode activated.
Zoom in on that one. Burning much hotter and brighter than our star. Stop scrolling. Hotter and brighter there. Won't last as long. But big, beautiful purple Vega right there. Right, I've got to scroll back up now because it's all jumped ahead on me. Where did it get to? Where are we? Down here. And I didn't want to seem like, not at all, William, not at all. There are no silly questions here, and you never know in this bloody day and age as well. It might have been a game. Some of the features that we've got on it does actually make it look a little bit like a game, so I think you can be forgiven for that one. Where are we as well? Is that Purdy there in Suffolk? Oh, I love a bit of Suffolk. We're hoping to get to Rendlesham Forest to do a live Skywatch. So occasionally, guys, we take the live Skywatches on the road. Normally, we do the easier ones locally here. There's a few Iron Age hill forts with a long history of sightings, going right the way back there. A bit of UFO hotspots up those Iron Age hills. And we see some strange things. We take you guys with us with all of the kit there, looking at the night sky live, and I get scared and you can laugh at me. But the plan is we want to do a road trip around the UK of all of the UFO hotspots and important locations to us in our sort of in our weird corner of the world. So the first one we want to do is in Suffolk there. It's going to be Rendlesham Forest. So a live Skywatch right from where the crash/landing happened in the early 80s there, just outside the US Air Base. That is our plan. We're saving up at the minute to go show on the road. So that's where all the gifts and stuff are going for that one in particular there. Was that Shooting Star Naomi? Good spot. I think I missed it though. DJ as well, keep up the good spotting and the grid, guys. Keep it up. I'll zoom in on the anomalous ones there. In Too Deep, how are you doing there? And Tick Tick, it's crazy actually how many mammals there are. As a hedgehog is a mammal. I didn't know. Most of the buggers, they're absolutely pervasive. And Tricky Bird, how are you doing as well? Thank you for the follow. And Darth Angus as well. I like that name. Where are you joining us from? Drewski as well. It's funny how when there's lots of satellites, we don't see so many shooting stars there. Does Starlink avoid them? Well, so with the shooting stars, probably not, because they're going to be quite small to track, and anything outside that's not in a regular orbit is really difficult to track. And those those meteorites that are coming in and burning up, they are harder there. I imagine the bigger ones they've probably got a number on as well. Oh, Dundee Wizard, I love it. It's hot. Scotland is hot. How hot? Is it as hot as it is down here? Or are you talking like it's gone 12 degrees and you're already breaking out the bikinis? And also, did you hear they found a planet 25 light years away, double the size of Earth, and in the zone, the habitable zone? I've heard of a few general ones. I've heard of a lot of these super Earths and stuff. 25 light years is not far at all, is it? You wouldn't want to walk it, lads. But if you're already capable of going the distances, 25 light years, it's on our street in space terms. There are lots of interesting ones. We're just about on the cusp, aren't we, of getting that technology to really see those other planets in detail and check their atmospheres for life and all of those sorts of things there. Lethal as well, coming in with the gifts. Do appreciate that. Is this as well, guys? So it all goes back into stream. Help us improve what we're doing, but specifically getting on the road to Rendlesham Forest. Let's bounce back over to the tubes. Where did we get to with you guys? Where did we get to? Oh my god, so there's a few of you guys in message now. I'm a bit behind there. We got to Barry being back, didn't we? And yeah, it was in there. And Nashville, that was it there. And actually, I've been up in a plane and parachuted out 8 times in training as I was a regiment gunner. It takes a lot of training, though. I'd love to. The idea of that is amazing, but I'd probably bottle it, though. What is it? Is it the rush that you think it is? Or do you get pretty blasé to it on your 8th time? Going to stream The Loop before winter. Now that will be cool, Liberty. I'll just check that one out. The American Indians were here first. So, but it depends how far back you want to go, doesn't it, really? But they're an interesting, or I mean, trying to put them down as one. They're not, obviously, they're many cultures, aren't they? But yeah, they have in their folklore all of this sort of stuff as well. But even before that, who was it? It was the South Americans, like the Mayan, were actually a lot further up than they let you know. I think it was up into, how far up was it? Was it up to the Mississippi or something like that? I didn't realise. I thought, just all South America, Brazil, you know, all of that part of the world. But no, they got right the way up, apparently, initially. Wait till you see the night streams from a lake and heath. Oh, that could be fun. Where they find out they are, what's that British? Actually Martians. I could get behind it. Oh, there. Ooh, October there. And Mars is our obsession there, Paul. But we have to use our imagination. Is it our future as well as maybe our past? Interesting twist, you know. I think that is probably at the minute, with the information that we have, that is one of the more plausible angles for me. Is not only life probably at least starting on Mars, but maybe it was earlier than that. But we've come, that was our last step. But also this idea that maybe the Greys, they are future us. You know, it makes sense evolutionarily speaking. I'm a bit late, sorry guys. There's one down here though. Zoom in on that one. Yeah, it makes sense evolutionarily speaking that we could be the Greys. Lots of clues and stuff like that. Sorry, I'm too hot tonight. My brain is not working. But yeah, no, Mars is very, very interesting. Once we get boots on the ground, I think we're going to discover some surprising things. And is that Keith as well? Hi there, thank you for the great stream in East London. Thank you, Keith, very, very kind of you there, and good to have you in. Have you ever seen anything strange? I imagine it's quite hard, you know, with the light pollution, but we have had a few people from your way there that still have seen some strange things. I didn't when I was in Essex there. That was still too light polluted for me there, but good to have you in. And Paul, I love the winter sky better so clear. I was waiting for that, Paul, because everybody said, you know, winter colder, it's going to be clearer, but actually we've had the best results during summer. Like during the heat waves. I couldn't get my head around that because I was kind of looking forward to it all last summer, going, the winter's going to be so much better. But it wasn't. I truly have a belief that we need to identify what's actually under Antarctica, as many scientists have recently picked up a very strange activity using drone submarines there. Oh, what sort of activity? I've not heard about anything from that at all, so you have got my attention, AFC. But you're right, I mean, even if we want to take away the really extreme stuff, Antarctica was, you know, was, as far as we know, probably a rainforest or something like that beforehand, and that was the only environment that we know of that would have been, you know, so densely populated by a range of life that did spend, you know, 6 months in light, 6 months in the dark. We've never seen that before. We've never seen how plants develop in that environment before. Obviously we had the Arctic Circle there, but there's, you know, limited life up and around that. But yeah, in those environments we've not really seen what, you know, densely populated, how does life adapt like that? And then you take civilization and all these other wonders that could be hiding around there. I mean, for me, is the Perry Reese map there, all these ancient maps that appear to be showing Antarctica correctly under the ice, which hasn't been without ice for a very, very, very long time there. Gandalf is in, but it's blocked that message for some reason. How you doing, Gandalf? I enjoyed the videos you put in the Discord, so thank you for those ones. I think the oceans are where we'll find aliens. Most, I think, probably likely. You know, if you're traveling this far, if you're an alien extraterrestrial, go down the, you know, the old school route here. If you're an extraterrestrial traveling the universe, all of the different environments that you are going to encounter, all the different pressures, acidities, radiation levels, gravitational effects, all of that sort of crap. Liquid water, if you can find it, that's a pretty constant. That is temperature as well, you know, all within certain ranges. So actually that might be their sort of safety zone. Oh, look, got two going up here as well. Good use of the grid.
Zoom mode activated.
Zoom in on this one. Oh shit, sorry guys. So we need to see these objects tonight, guys, do something strange. Stop dead, shoot off at speed, or change their course or trajectory. That's how we know for sure that they are a little bit stranger than just one of the many man-made objects that's flying around up there. But it does happen. It is rare, but it does happen. And the winter night sky is sharp and colourful there. We had a few good ones, but honestly, I was disappointed. I don't know if I just built it up in my head there. It's cloudy as hell there now. Liberty, keep those clouds. We've got a few wisps in tonight, but it isn't too bad. And who heard about the NASA project using the sun as a telescope? Oh, the gravitational lensing, yes. And they'll be able to view cities and natural landscapes on alien worlds. Yeah, so basically, yeah, using the gravity of large objects like the sun, because you can see the effects of gravitational lensing, you know, just for a normal telescope. You'll see stars duplicated, and it's that light being bounced around like the large mass objects. It's really interesting to see, but they're thinking that if they perfectly positioned a telescope in our solar system to look and use the lensing effect, they could, you know, really get like a super zoom, which is insane. Who comes up with that clever shit idea? That is amazing, isn't it? There and on there, why is it blue? So partly the lens on the camera kind of exaggerates colours ever so slightly, not actually that badly tonight, but it is you know, it all depends on what gases, you know, what elements are in that particular star, because they're all made up of different things. So our star looks yellow to us, but it's mainly our atmosphere. It's quite a white star. I think it's a white dwarf as well. It's not particularly large star, our sun, and oh my god, they get very, very big. But the range is different, you know, different elements they're burning away. There are big fusion reactors in the sky, you know, different sizes, different temperatures. It's crazy, the variation out there. And megalithic structures are calling cards to space there. How else would they know where to come? Possibly, Nathan. That wasn't it? Was it Sagan that basically said the first way that you're going to be able to tell that there is life on a planet is by, you know, looking down and seeing geometric shapes. You know, it's the infrastructure, it's the roads, the buildings, the streets, the houses. That is the way that you'll be able to tell, you know, intelligence versus nature, which is a form of intelligence. But like, so it could be along those lines there. And AFC, I have a conspiracy theory. If in Utah had ex and NASA investigators show irregularities with data from high frequency levels, then surely we have to also think seriously about Antarctica as data recently. I'm up for it. I think Antarctica is very, very strange. Sorry, one light day. What was that, Raf? Oh no, it jumped ahead of me. Sorry, that's where. Forward there, I've already seen them, at least the way they move. They're March 1997, and believe it or not, they're 100% not from this world. Love it. I love it there, because people go, where are all the aliens? If aliens are out there, it's the Fermi paradox. Where are they? Or where's the noise? Where's the signals? The reality is that partly people do see it all the time. There is lots of evidence out there. If it was a murder trial, it would have been a conviction. There's so much evidence out there, just like your individual case. But also, we don't have the technology, and we're not monitoring all of the sky all of the time, you know, for these things. So we probably wouldn't see a lot of these signals, but we are still getting anomalous signals. So yeah, I think it's the bad way of framing the problem.
Zoom mode activated.
Lots of people have lots of experience, and that is the thing for doing this, is hearing everybody's experiences, just the range of them, how often they are. That blew my mind. I thought this was a much rarer phenomenon, but there's got to be like multiple things going on here just to explain the sheer amounts of it there. And I'm next to Clay Hill, which is opposite Longleat / Centre Parks there. So let me know when you're down this neck of the woods. I'll gladly help out. Anyway, AFC, well, I'm not too far from you. Well, I don't drive as anything, so I'm stuck here. But at some point, we'll have to. AFC, I want to do... Oh, there's a blue one. I want to do a local weird
Zoom
group.
mode activated.
Excuse me. I want to do a local little weird group. So if you're up for that, we'll see if we can get some other local people together. Maybe Nathan up for that. Meet at a local Spoons, and we'll spend an evening talking about all the weird stuff locally. 128 in the house. Biggest numbers I've seen here. Oh, have we really? I'm trying to be, what's it called? Trying to not focus on those sorts of things. Oh, we've gone down a bit now. But it's always the way. It always goes up and down. Trying to focus on the chat, otherwise I get too easy. I work my day job when I'm working with podcasts and stuff, and some of those guys, you know, they'll do like 500,000, like their numbers are absolutely ridiculous. So I go into work on a Monday morning, do all the analytics, all the data there, and just the numbers are very, very different. So I'm ignoring it now. It's all about the quality of the content. It's having the chats, is what I like. But we did have a record last night. That wasn't too bad at all. And where did we get to? I tell you what still blows my mind is with Voyager, how long it's been up there, and it's only been one light day. Yeah, that's what you meant there, and it puts it all into perspective. It really does. Raph, have you seen those animations? Oh, there's a cloud coming in, where it shows you basically what the speed of light actually looks like traveling like between planets, you know, Earth to the moon, Earth to Mars. It actually looks incredibly bloody slow. Have a lot of love for Voyager. Oh, of course. From the 70s, and they've still got that thing going. Have you tried meditation to help bring them in there? Honestly, that is something that has been on my list to try for a very, very long time. Partly, I feel like I'll screw it up, so I haven't tried it. But we have literally just put a special channel in our Discord group for people that are interested in doing that. We literally just set that up the other day. So if you want to join that and kind of be a part of that, you're more than welcome. Link in the bio to join the Discord, and we can add you to that little subgroup there if you're interested in doing it. I want to do it more. I think I was kind of saving it for when we're doing the on-location live. So occasionally we take the show on the road. You guys, we go up to the old Iron Age hill forts, all those sightings, and I thought, it'd be much better there when I'm kind of outside with it rather than in here with all the screens and all that sort of stuff. Might be easier to not get distracted, but I just haven't. So I think we'll have to start with you guys first with it. Amazing that it's even still sending stuff back there. It was meant to fall apart years ago. It's kind of the reverse, isn't it, of everything else that gets made now. You know, the fact that it is just working. They can figure out how to reprogram it from here. It's crazy there. And it's already on the CE5 stuff there. Well done. Where are we there? I think I put it in two satellite emojis. Never Gandalf. But maybe for tubes. And Vincent there. Good evening. How are you doing there? Can you show us the Seven Sisters there? Watching from Preston. We do get the Seven Sisters on stream, but I think it's a bit later in the year. I think it's too far around. But the Seven Sisters are very, very interesting. There's also the Pleiades as well, isn't it? That one. Because, that's a nice bright one. It's not the ISS going over. That just flared up, didn't it?
Zoom mode activated.
Should zoom in on this one. See if it does it again. No, it's probably not. Keep your eyes on it. We're still looking for that anomalous movement. Oh, shite. There we go. Nice blue one there as well. Right, zoom back out so you keep your eyes on both of them. It was there and there. I still need to kind of have a look at our tracker a second. So I think it'll be a bit later on in the season, sadly. But it will come. It will come. We get Orion, we get Betelgeuse, we get all the cool ones. Again, I've got it right there. And the main problem is that government push conspiracy theories in their agenda regarding Antarctica to people's minds away from what actually is going on in the official sciences. Well, they've done it with the UFO stuff, haven't they? They've literally used the UFOs to cover up for testing of the various spy planes and things like that in the past. So it's definitely part of their MO. Do you reckon though that the actual reverse engineering program gave the other guys a slap on the wrist? Don't fucking tell them about us, Jesus. There. And the problem is that you'll never see anything except what you're allowed to see. Well, that could well be part of it there. We have seen some strange things. We have seen some strange stuff there as well. But I also think there's probably going to be multiple things going on as well. Obviously we've got extraterrestrial part of it, whatever the CE5, because that is really interesting. There does seem to be a real cause and effect. But there might be a few different things going on. Must be cloudy this evening. It's going to only see 8 stars. It's not as good tonight. There is a bit of a faint cloud up there. Not like it was last night. That was phenomenally clear. I might quickly go downstairs and try and tweak the camera and see if we can push a little bit more out of it. Where are we? And you have to believe and ask with a kind and open heart there and appropriate intention. So that's the other part. I think you're right there. So the problem is when I'm doing this, although my overall intentions aren't bad. Liberty coming in there, feeding Alan. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
My overall intentions aren't bad. I'm generally curious and all that sort of stuff. My main focus is on running everything there. I'm quite distracted, and it's all about what experience can we give to you guys there, and I think that might come across a bit impure in that sort of context. So I suppose I'm quite hesitant on that front as well. I want to kind of make sure, as you say, you're coming from the right part of it there. Sure thing, they've been excellent. There'd be plenty of anomalous stuff inside spoons. Oh, Doug, when I say, I can't come from Essex, God, pull a string on my back, you'll hear that phrase. The first night we were here, we come to view the house. Never been here in our lives, and it was 11 o'clock on a Sunday evening. Ridiculous train ride. That's a whole other story. But we were staying in the local spoons. Now, the spoons in Essex is a very different beast to the spoons down here. Here, it's actually really nice. I mean, food's always, value for money, but no, in Essex, it's bar and brawls, left, right, and centre. Here, it was literally people talking about their combine harvesters. I thought it's brilliant. It's lovely. And there'll be plenty of anomalous stuff, yeah. Definitely up for that one. Oh, awesome. Well, that is because there's just not, as far as I'm aware, any active groups at the minute, and that is what it's lacking. Oh, good catch down there in Just a bit slack there. Sorry, guys. Keep up with the good use of the grid, though, guys. That might before the good explaining of the blue light, the big bright one. Yeah, big hot things up there in the night sky there. And Tom Cash, how are you doing there? Loving this. Hi, good to see you in there. And hello, all in the chat. Good to see you, Tom Cash. Very much welcome aboard. Sorry it takes me so long to get through the messages. TikTokers, I'll be over to you guys shortly. I'm almost at the end of the Tubers chat here. But very good. Where are you joining us from there, Tom? Welcome aboard the Wiltshire Massive. Well, technically AFC's Somerset, so maybe we'll have some problems. Yes, it is Leaf there. This is our own camera. It's about 10 metres in front of me in my garden, and I normally say connected by a long HDMI lead, but not tonight. I've just upgraded to a wireless connection, so I can eventually close my window in winter again, and hopefully not get as many spiders in the house. But yeah, so just in front of us there on a little movie thing here. So we're currently live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of crop circle country, in a little town called Warminster, which is, if you know, and I didn't until moving here, it was the scene of probably the biggest UFO flap that I have ever heard of, and I hadn't heard of it again until moving here, which blew my mind. I thought I knew all the good UFO stories, but no, it went on solid for 10 years here. It wasn't just like one sighting, 5 years later another sighting. No, it was constant. You could turn up any weekend, go up those Iron Age hill forts that surround the town, and you'd have experiences here. And there was everything: abductions, landing, craft, crashes, everything, missing time, dead animals, you know it. It was there. Where is my cursor? I've really got out of practice with this. Oh, there goes a nice bright one up there. So it was so good. And we think, is it still going on? The answer is there is still something going on. So do join us, buckle up, settle down. We're looking for the weird and wonderful in the night sky here tonight. Make sure you're following, subscribe, because we're on pretty much every night. Clear skies, it's this UFO UAP hunt from the heart of crop circle country. Cloudy nights, we're doing an alien radio signal hunt, and that is kind of like the film Contact. If you've seen that one with Jodie Foster, listening out to the night sky, hoping to hear a message from ET. We listen on the hydrogen line. That is the channel on the dial, the frequency. The scientists theorize that if ET's out there, that's where they'd put the message there. I mentioned last night that Voyager 1 and 2 are still sending back on a frequency. They're still going. They're turning off more and more stuff, but they are still going there. And is that Lethal there? Lethal Plants. I see you did that. Very good. You're new to stream. Very, very much welcome in there. Where in the world are you joining us from? Again, guys, if you've got any questions, ask away. There's no silly questions here at all. Maybe it's what we're doing, why we're doing it, how we're doing it, or my personal favourite, if you've had an experience, would love to hear about that one. Even if you're not quite sure what it might be, we would love to hear about your personal experiences with the phenomena. Where do we get to? Just joined, and thank you very excellent, Fuba. I appreciate that. And there is so much, the double slit experiment there, quantum entanglement, the mind already fouls at grasping these. Explain infinity, or explain an end, we know nothing. Oh, bang on like that. My head hurts there with it, and you're totally right. What is the chances, guys, that we are even able to process whatever objective reality is, and if that is the correct way to think of it? Like, the chances that our models, and look, I'm not saying that science is bad, it's done some amazing things, but the chances that is even 1% of whatever reality is, I don't believe. And I think we're far too confident that, we take our sciences as we've got 90% of it, guys. It's just the last few details we need to lock in. It's the other way around. It's definitely the other way around there. We don't know what we don't know. And it was a bright one. We get quite the range there. Oh, Alabama there, Mud. Good to have you in. You, I think, are our first from Alabama there. How are the skies? Have you ever seen anything strange? And some are bright ones there. I guess just satellites reflecting the sun. So it's hard to tell. Statistically, most of those objects that we are going to see are going to be those man-made satellites. But it doesn't mean that they definitely are. It just means that we can't tell the difference. We need it to stop dead, shoot off at speed, change course or trajectory. That will tell us for sure that it is something anomalous. Man-made satellites are falling to Earth, space junk too, in a big circle. So they can't just wiggle around and do what they want there. But until they do that, we can't be sure. Coloration and flashing are interesting, but they are not slam dunk for us. And I'm in for a knee operation all next Tuesday there, but 6 weeks should be walking about again there. 52, not bad. And it does karate. Oh my god, you're going to be fitter than me doing that. Home gym. No, that is right up my street. You wouldn't guess. I used to like the gym a few years ago. It's been a while though. It won't keep me down long. 100% AFC. I like that. I should have guessed with your name there into sports as well. But yeah, we're going to eventually pull our finger out because that's my mission here. Is I want to stimulate interest locally in the phenomena here because it was such an awesome time, list of experiences here. It doesn't get the attention it needs, and I think more people looking, more people experiencing it, the better. It's a little bit of like the Glastonbury, but for us weirdos. You come here, it'll be the weird town. That's what I want to do. This town, it's right on the edge. It's a nice place, but like everywhere, it's got a lot of empty shops. It's not gone posh, but it also, if we're not careful, it could be a lot of vape shops. So I think we need to fill them with us lot, with all of our weird bookshops and all that sort of stuff there, because it's got the history, it's got the activity here. It's a strange place. Guys, if you're just joining us, we are doing our live UFO, UAP, Skywatch, coming to you live from Wiltshire tonight, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. Lots of strange things. That's a bit too bright that way. Let's go back. Lots of weird things in the night sky. So do call out what you're spotting. There's a few clouds coming in, sadly. But yeah, call out the grid references there, and the mods can highlight the interactive grid so we can zoom in on them, even if I'm behind in the chat. And via the void, how are you doing that? I still find it quite naive how many ufologists outright refuse the UFO phenomena has anything to do with biblical texts, which pretty much talks about the aerial phenomena and the sky beings and skycraft. Void, 10 points, bang on. Anybody that is 100% confident, I've just lost the power in my remote there. I've got to change those batteries. Anyone that's 100% confident either which way, I think, is immediately setting themselves up for failure. Not to say that their particular theory couldn't be part of it, but the one thing we do know about the phenomena is it's varied, and I don't think it's obvious that it is just one thing. I think there's multiple things going on. And look, if there is one extraterrestrial being out there, then there's going to be more. It's not just us and them. That's not how the maths works with this sort of stuff. If it's us and somebody else, it's everywhere. And again, if one species can travel the galaxy, the others, it means the technology is possible. Again, it might not just be extraterrestrials. We've got the extratemporal, the time, other civilizations. Dimensional angle to all of this. So anybody I think that's 100% confident in as to try and answer everything with it, bang on. But the religious stuff, it surprised me how many religions there, different cultures, spoke about very, very similar things. If you take off that layer of human interpretation to these things, because you've got to remember that's how we store knowledge, how we understand what we're experiencing in the world is through our culture, through what we know. And back in the day, those cultures are only going to be able to do their best job with the tools that they had at the time. So if you strip back all of the interpretation and go, right, what did you see? Lights in the sky moving like this, radiation burns, little people being taken away. All of a sudden, the fairy, the fae, the folklore, the early religious stuff, it all talks very, very similar things, just interpreted differently over a period of time. It's no coincidence, is it, that the dawn of the modern UFO era, post-Roswell there, the late 40s, early 50s, that was just when we were looking to start sending man to space in metal spaceships to other planets. And then we interpret the phenomena as metal spaceships with little green men coming from other planets. Not saying that's not part of it. Or, maybe we're more right now with our interpretation. Or maybe everybody's just doing their best and we're all probably equally wrong around it. I totally with that. And Stu as well there. Hello from West London there. I've just found your channel and I'm currently reading David Icke about the interdimensional beings. Very interesting. I've not heard Icke stuff on the interdimensional beings. I'll have to check that one out. The dimensional angle, that blew my mind. I came into this as old school, nuts and bolts, metalcraft, as we say, little green men, other planets. But the dimensional angle is really interesting on this, especially for a lot of what people describe about, their experiences. Go onto the tubes, find, I think she's a maths professor, Hannah Fry, probably about 10 videos, 10 of the shorts back now, that she talks about what a 5 or 4 dimensional object would look like to us. And when you see that, you're like, that's a lot of, not all, but it's a lot of the UFO phenomena right there. Very, very interesting. And good to have you in as well. Make sure you're following, guys, or subscribed, I should say, over there as well, because we do this pretty much every night and we want you to join us, get those notifications when we go live. And as Ayup says there, and you can only see 8 stars, very cloudy this evening. Yeah, we're not as clear as it was last night, but it will, I'm sure, clear up again for us later in the week. Hold on. Those silly attached lids, I hate them. Go off on a rant for that one. Right, where did we get to? Oh god, where did it get to? Yeah, it's hopefully it'll cool down in the day. I'll trade it for this, but yeah, we are losing a little bit of clarity. Let's spin it around. I might have to go down and manually point the camera in a different patch of sky. Oh wait, no, I can't move the camera. The battery's dead. I have to manually pop down and do that in a second. As Liberty said, get that knee sorted. And good luck with it all there. And Mud there, I've interacted with them there and have seen their craft many a time. Oh, Mud, tell us more. I'd love to hear about that one. We've seen the lights, the movements and all that in skies there, but not, I wouldn't say I've interacted. It's not been a two-way thing personally, so I'm always keen to hear other people's experiences there as well there. So what county do you guys... For me, I'm now Wiltshire. We're on the line of Wiltshire. And but it was from Essex. We moved from Essex here to wonderful Warminster. And Doug there, nice Essex spoon, sounds a lot like Bournemouth ones. Yeah, any of the inner city ones. It's like... one of the things for me, that the reason why I got that push to move... Oh, that's a nice bright one. Should we zoom in on that? Was every day, I'm one of those work from a coffee shop wankers, because my work was in Bristol and I just couldn't work at home, so I'd go to Costa. And one of them... And I live very near the high street in Essex, and so I'd walk literally 5 minutes just to the Costa, and it got to the point every day, and there's not an exaggeration, every day I was either applying first aid to like a crackhead that split their head open, or I was breaking up fights at the local corner shop, or I'd be sitting literally in Costa and a fight would spill over and come through the window, and then it was all the facial recognition vans on the high street, and I'm like, oh, I don't want all of this. I don't want to live in this world. And the real slambles, it was in the news, our town at Southend, not last summer, because summer before, and it's just the kids were just running around with machetes hacking at each other. And I was like, I'm just looking at that and going, I'm done. I'm not having this. So we moved to the country, and it's lovely. And where are we down there? Oh, I subbed, but I'm sleepy time now there. Oh, Paul, we'll catch you another time. Thank you so much for sharing everything there tonight, Paul. Hopefully we'll catch you again. As it gets darker earlier, we are going to be ourselves on earlier there. So you'll catch us a little bit earlier and earlier and earlier each night there. Exactly, you're just down the road, AFC. You are literally just down the road. So when we do our little meetups, we'll arrange somewhere around here. We'll get everybody together, and we'll all start a little weird club for this part of the world. Catch you later there, Paul. Thanks again. And don't forget, it's every night at 11 at the moment. It's bang on there. I'm debating. Maybe I'll shift it a bit earlier, but at the minute, it is still a bit bright. So probably going to be 11 for a while there. The grind is real. 100% there. And Furbinator there as well. Oh, in Oregon, and it's still sunlight out for me there. So you're doing some fine ass work of doing this for us there. Thank you, I appreciate that. And I would love to get to a point where we could have like a telescope in different sort of time zones, because you can actually rent from telescope farms. They aren't cheap, but you rent them there, and like we could just plug in, connect remotely. We could just be like, whatever time we want, let's have a look at the skies there. Get a little network together. And Lilac there, new evidence of early humans found in Oregon, dates back 18,250 years there. Could rewrite the story of America's first human inhabitants there. They're always pushing these things back, aren't they? I haven't watched it yet, but there was something out about, actually there's evidence, or potentially it's a paper that was written, that there's evidence of early humans, but us, proper Homo sapiens sapiens, working and sharing the same culture with the Neanderthals as well. Like, not just us and them existing at the same time, hanging out together, same cultural practices being shared and continued, which is mind-blowing. So I'm looking forward to catching that one there. The signal is infinite, but the means of observing it is finite. Oh, I like that. And Warminster is a lovely little town there, and I have seriously been thinking of moving to Warminster a few years ago. A nice beer, food in the bar farms. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, Frome's got a lot more going on, and I kind of miss a little bit of the excitement. But also, I'm getting old, and it costs a lot of money. But Warminster's not bad. I also, it's like moving to it's going back to the 90s. The town's clean. They fill in the potholes. There's no fighting on the streets. There's no graffiti. It's everything kind of is there. It works. The bins get collected. The street lights are still on. Kind of how society should be. And hello from Ireland there, Irish as well. How are you doing? My security webcam caught a nice sight in the sky. I'm not sure what it was. We would love to see that one. So, guys, this goes for everybody as well. Link in bio. We have got a Discord community where you can all hang out with us offline there. But it's a great place to share those things, images and videos. We've got the personal experience section, which would be great for that. But we've also got the interesting things. So, like, if we're talking about, I saw this podcast, just like that paper I was talking about, I can put that link in there so you guys can go and find that in your own convenience. And all sorts of other stuff. We do a monthly Alien movie club. Club, where we vote on a movie to watch that's alien filmed. We have to press play on our own Amazon Prime, wherever it is, but we then chat along in the Discord with it. It's normally the last Friday of the month, so you're all welcome to join us for those as well. It is a good laugh, good little community over there, but there's loads of information being shared. So it's good to have you in there, Irish. Have you? What sort of thing was it? If you describe it, but if you do want to put it in the Discord, we'd love to see it there. And that way, people that aren't on the stream tonight will get a chance to see it as well there. Exactly, Liberty's already beat me to it. And where are we? We do have. There should be a link as well. If you can't do that way, we do have an email, but that'll be in the bio. If you click on our page bio, it should be there. And good. And where are we down there? Oh, let me know when you're in Frome next or the Cheese and Grain. I can pop over to Warminster. Yeah, I'm on the Discord to catch you there. I am very rarely out. I think I've been to Frome twice. I like it, but I've been there twice. Once was to collect the keys from the estate agents, and the other time was to see Disclosure Day the other week. But it's a nice little place. Whereas I always keep it in mind. Exactly, it's a good way around. But I think. Yeah, we'll get something going locally. It's a good excuse to do it now. We've got a few more local people in the group. I've been meaning to do it for a long time. Where did we get to? Oh, and syntax. I just want to know two things: how the UFOs work and who's controlling them. Oh, I definitely share that. The cheese and mice. And Void as well, as the Hindus' ancient texts talk about flying machines called Vimanas, described as celestial chariots and floating palaces. They wrote about this in the text. Found exactly bang on. Those descriptions, they really do fit. Again, a lot of the interpretation of what we see still today and has been spotted throughout the years. There's something been going on the whole damn time. What we've been suspecting. Bang on. Defo in 100% for the... Oh, perfect there. Oh, Discord link in the chat. So we've got the link in the bio. We'll take you to it there. I don't have it to hand at the minute. Maybe somebody else can for that one. Puts a new spin on Escape the Country. Yeah, literally escape for your life. When I moved here 11 years ago, I felt safe there, but now totally different there, thinking of moving back towards Somerset. Amanda, whereabouts are you from? You have said. Because, yeah, I moved, initially, I'm from Basildon, a wonderful new town, and I escaped from Basildon to Southend. And Southend was lovely, and that was, a lovely seaside town with, lots of fond memories as a child. But yeah, that was lovely. And slowly that just kind of just got worse and worse and worse and worse. So then now we're all the way over here. But I honestly, I didn't know there was anywhere left. I really didn't. Because, I've known a few people, all around the country, and there's not many places. I surprised we found one. We got very, very lucky. See, I was right last night there when I mentioned you had some experience in radio there. Oh, the podcast. Yeah, it's that sort of stuff. It rubs off. It's too much Alan Partridge. Where did we get to? Oh, sorry, it's jumping ahead on me. To which Rome's got so much work now. Far too many outsiders moved in changing the town. So you're getting older, and society changing, I suppose. It's hard to know the difference, isn't it? I often think about this because I'm of that age now when music's not as good as it used to be. And is it just that we are getting old and stuff like that? And then you kind of see a table flying through a shop window, and you're like, no, maybe not. But my family's been in for over 150 years. Bloody hell. That's a while. God, I don't think my family stood anywhere still long enough. Traces back to the old Cockneys from my dad's generation there. As locals call it, Froome. I can't do it. What's it? It's outside of Bristol. Is it Keynsham? But no, it's Keynsham. Get it right, lads. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. Frome. It's how it says. And I'm going to be belligerent. Weird chat there. Where are we? Just threw up a photo of a personal experience in the Discord. Oh, thank you, Furman. I really appreciate that one. Yeah, I love your if possible. I will. It might take me a day because when I get off the stream, I normally then have to just lie down immediately because I'm so hot and go to bed for work. But I will normally check up some point tomorrow. So I appreciate that one. Thank you so much for that there. I added the Discord there. Not sure what it is there. Oh, perfect. So yeah, it's basically the Discord is just it's like a messaging app come old school forums. There's like the different categories. So like, we've got a little paranormal one there. We've got our, personal experiences section. Just pop in there and you're chatting about the subjects in the, like the old school forums used to be, but it's also direct messaging and stuff. And it's got some other fancy things. Took me a while to get my head around it because I'm old now. But it is good when you get the hang of it there, getting in contact and all these things. And also, if you want to talk to Alan, this is a warning, not an offer, right? If you do decide you want to talk to Alan, all right, over in the Discord, ALEN /ALEN, and then type your comment, your message, and Alan will respond to you. I take no responsibility for what he says. He's rude. But you can, if you so wish. We also get like the stream announcements and things. You know what time we're going on in the evening and stuff like that, or if there's a last minute cancellation. And ISS is arriving the southwest over Cornwall towards the Channel Islands. I think it's a bit too cloudy for it. Oh, I keep picking up my remote and I can't turn the camera around. Sorry, guys. Shepton Mallet originally. There, but West Sussex now. I mean, that's quite posh there, Amanda. Quite posh, West Sussex. My grandparents used to live that way. Shepton Mallet. So you got the prison there. It's on my to-do list to visit that place. Has Shepton Mallet got a train station? I don't think it does it? There. How you doing, Blue Stream? Good. Bruce Siren. Sorry. How are you doing? Good to have you in. Taking over the town. Yep, that's what we're doing. Oh, and Blue watching from Blackpool there. We've got about 3 or 4 regulars from up your way. Lots of curious-minded people from up north of there. Trail Vegas there. Well, we used to call Basildon. We used to call that Bas Vegas. We had our Bas Vegas there. It's got very similar vibes. And Angelo there as well. Hi there. I'll need to upload a video to the Discord from 2 weeks ago with flashing lights in the sky. It looked like a blue, but the camera didn't really pick it up. It's so difficult, isn't it, to actually get good night imagery there. And doing this has really taught me how bloody hard it is. And even when I've been out with my phone and gone, oh, look, I've seen something cool there, it is so difficult, even with our modern equipment there. But 100% would love to see that one there. And the rest of the community would as well. How you doing, SK? We're all good here. It closed 90 years ago. I'm a bit late. Well, I'm buggered then. I'm so dependent on trains these days. I'll catch you later there, up. No worries. But thank you for joining us as always. Hopefully you're going to get some rest in there. So the Cheese and Grain has some great musicians, including Foo Fighters singer. I think I'm going there. Oh, when am I going there? I think October, maybe, for a comedy gig, I think. Home of the Essex Boys, Liberty, yeah. And Depeche Mode. My parents went to school with Depeche Mode. It's a really interesting town. If you're of my generation, you watched those drug awareness courses and they used to tell you the horror stories. Most of them were the kids that died in Basildon from overdoses. There were all sorts of weird claim to fames there. But yes, definitely the Essex Boys. In fact, that was one of my earliest childhood memories, is my old man pointing out the lane where the Essex Boys were murdered. And thinking back, it had only been a couple of years, or pretty close to the time of when it happened. It may have been around the time, actually. Going, oh, down that lane, son, yeah. A couple of drug dealers got shot the other week. Oh, all right, Dad. Yeah, little young me. That. And just over there, how you doing there? Just found you. Well, welcome aboard. This is what I love about our modern technology now, is that we get to meet all of you guys. We get to hear all of your experiences and your knowledge on the subject as well. Where are you joining us from tonight? There. Oh, Rachel, how are you doing? Good to see you. How have you been? So, guys, yeah, if you're just joining us, we're doing our live UFO UAP Skywatch. It's a bit cloudy now, but hopefully it'll pass. We've still got a few minutes left of the stream. We've got about another half an hour. But yeah, I might try and spin the camera around to a clearer part of the sky. But yeah, we're doing a UFO UAP Skywatch, coming to you live from Wiltshire here in the UK, right in the heart of Crop Circle country, and just down the road from Stone Henge. So make sure you're following and subscribed, because we do this every night. Clear skies, or when we expect it to be clear, it's this. Cloudy nights, we do the alien radio signal hunt there, like the film Contact, listening out on the hydrogen line, hoping to hear ET say hello. Where are we? The Wurzels always do a great night out. Where I feel so nostalgic to be back over. It's old school, coming back home. Good to see you, though. We're related to one of them. Are you really, Liberty? Which one? And not like brothers related. and sharing the processing power with the SETI 20 years ago for a ticket to Mars. It was fun there. I hope we can use it. I didn't know they were giving away the tickets, but a lot of people in our group remember that so fondly, that the SETI at Home project, and they might be bringing it back. You know, they've only just, didn't they, finished doing the data. No wonder when they go, oh, look, there's an interesting signal. Right, let's check if it's still there, and it's not. No wonder it's not still there. There. Oh, excellent. You've got to tell us more about that one, Rachel, there as well. And Justice from, Dorchester. My eyes tonight there. Dorsetshire. Excellent. And I think you might be our first. How are your skies tonight? I'm glad you are there, actually. Yeah, we're all good. We're just a bit hot in this bloody heat. Right, I'm going to quickly bounce back over to the TikTok, guys, because I've been neglecting you for time. I've kept trying to finish up with the YouTubes, and you guys have been wonderfully chatty tonight, so it's taken me a while. So I've been neglecting the TikToks, so sorry, guys, but I'm coming back over to you now. Adam, thank you for the gifts there. TB as well, and DJ Lethal as well. Again, loads of those. Oh, and more from Adam, and more from DJ. God, I'm so far behind there. Sorry, guys. Appreciate those. All goes back into the stream, helping us improve what we're doing there. And said we've got a couple of other little updates for you. Wise, I need to work on the tracker, but for you guys over on the tubes, TikTok's not allowing us to do it at the minute. Look, we've got radar, so it's a bit laggy in the second, but we can bring it up if we get a sight. And you see, look, there's a plane. We can see what is flying around up there in the night sky, which is pretty cool. We've got our main tracker, but that isn't. Yeah, it's not having it at the second. We'll have to go back to the drawing board on that one. Maybe tomorrow night that'll be working. And where did we get to? No, we did all these ones. Where did we get to? Did we get to Into Deep? How are you doing? Oh no, did that one as well. The mammals. Live Gold Chief, thank you guys. I ain't got a clue what I'm doing with the gifts. DJ, you never have to worry about it. Never have to worry. But you're doing well. It's all very much appreciated, but it's never required. And R4 there, we need to figure out a space travel at a light speed ASAP there. I'm dying to know what's really out there. Oh, God, I really am. But we might be at that time, you know, when we're at least about to... oh, where did that one go? I was going to zoom in then, but it's disappeared. Yeah, we might be on the cusp of getting like drastically more answers there. Liberty coming in with feeding Alan. Thank you for that, guys. 90% of its stars are radiation waves, just like Earth. There was... Sorry, guys, caught me there. What was it? It was, where was the other Earth-like planet? Oh, that's a flaring one. Look at that one. Oh.
Zoom mode activated.
There's two guys come behind the clouds now. But that was an interesting one. That flared up massively right there. Where did we get to? Good spotting there in the chat stereo so far behind that. And Jay there lived in Rendlesham for 9 years. And I've seen some strange activity from the airbase. Oh, Jay. I need to hear more. Hopefully you're still in. Sorry you've had to wait so long for a reply. But you got to tell us more. Got to tell us more. I used to work just down the road at Baldsey. There, God, a good few years ago now, but on the old missile base up there, so we used to drive past a lot. But beautiful place, but I never actually went into the woods. So that is on our list to do our live Skywatch on location from there. And that Jambian, how are you doing? Thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from? Adam as well, coming in with the shares. Guys, it is the likes, the shares, the tapping away, all of that jazz. Helps us reach more and more like-minded people there like yourselves. And then the more eyes and minds we get on the old phenomena, the more we can all piece this puzzle together. You never know who's going to come in and what experience with the phenomena they are going to share. R4's doing well with the grid references. And Naomi as well there. And is that Zawa as well? Thank you for the follow. These 7 high-rise flats say a few miles away, and they're named the Seven Sisters. I mean, yeah, that'll do. We'll zoom in on them. ISS passes over. Oh, we've already missed that. Sorry, DJ. Too late for me to run out on that one. And it's me there. Big up my friends, the UFOs and the aliens there. How are you doing there? Did you say Warminster? Yes, we are from Warminster. We're currently live there. From the Warminster thing. From the 60s and 70s. Still strange here today. And Dawdle, I found out today, my aunt and uncle lived in Warminster there. Didn't really know them. Oh, man. Oh, that's a shame. If you didn't know, because that's pretty cool. I don't even think I'd ever heard of Warminster before moving here. Child gifter there, DJ. Well done, 10 points. You'll be fighting for the top spot. Actually, I think that needs to be updated. Actually, the top gifters that rotate through. I saw Avatar: Fire and Ash there. Really good film. I haven't seen Avatar, even the first Avatar yet, and I don't know why, because it's, you know, it should be right up my street there. I love watching Hannah Fry. There are some people out there that you go, actually, I'm on board. Even though you're a mainstream scientist, I can work with you. You're pretty good at what you're doing. And Hannah Fry is one of them with it. It's definitely worth it. That video about the was it four-dimensional object would look like to us, it answers so many questions there. I wish I could move down somewhere like your way, though. I'm getting sick of it around here just like you are. And it's cheaper. Where the negativity flows, the air stabbings and robberies. Oh, it really does. It really does. It slowly creeps up on you. Sounds amazing, honestly. The rubbish around here is terrible, and it's constantly a bad smell. Well, I think we do occasionally have a bad smell down here, but it's cheap at the minute, so get in while you can there. Have you seen the pictures NASA released of a sunrise from Mars with the ice clouds? I haven't seen that one, actually, R4. When they did the Curiosity, I think it was, or was it Perseverance? One of the rovers did the panoramic view, and you could, like, you know, it wasn't augmented reality with your phone. You could just move it around, look around. That blew my mind. I spent like an hour just doing that, going, I am looking at the surface of another planet. Like, just what a world that we live in. And now, good spotting there, DJ. So, passing over Plymouth there. Emily's World, thank you for the follow. Where are you joining us from tonight? Good to have you in. And TB, you've joined the fan club. Thank you for that one, for the 3 months. Good to have you there. And first time I've ever gifted 20. Oh, thank you, DJ. That is very, very kind of you. So it is very appreciated. I'm a stingy bastard. I'm a quiet lurker when I view, so I don't even know how it all works on that side of things, but it's very much appreciated, and so it all goes back into the stream, helps improve on what we're doing. Because currently, guys, we're trying to get on the road to Rendlesham Forest, so that's where it's going. And look, all the merch and all the memberships and all of our stuff like that, it's all going to that, so we can do our live skywatching from those important locations to us in the community around the UK. Was released today there. Fantastic picture. It really is a totally different world over there. Like, literally, it's amazing, isn't it, that we can do that from here for free. Like, free for us anyway, at the point of accessing it. And right, where did we get to? Back over to you, tubers. That cloud is passing. So where did we get to? Oh, just jumped ahead of me. Sorry, guys. I'm bouncing between two chats, so I finish up one and go to the other there. And Angelo could see the light, then go to and get you the phone, so I could video it. Though it would be away when I got back then. I wasn't so glad I got the video, and now passed at the start as well. It's really hard. Like, there was one time I was setting up the camera for the Skywatch, and it hadn't got dark yet. The stars weren't coming out. It was just getting that way, but we couldn't see any stars yet. And anyway, I look up, as I set up, having a smoke, look up, and I saw this big bright light shooting across. It was in a straight line, consistent speed, but so I thought, oh, it's probably the ISS. That's why I can see so bright. It must be the International Space Station. And then I went, wait a minute, I can't see any stars. I can't see any other satellite. How would I see the ISS? And then, as I was following it, it appeared to go like under and through the clouds. Well, ISS doesn't go through clouds, it's much higher than that. So as it was doing that, I got fun when I got my phone out. And then the problem is, when you're just like watching it, because you're so amazed, and then you're zoomed in, you just don't follow it, and it's like so grainy and wobbly. It's like every awful video. So like when people go, oh, why are there no good pictures? Like, I get it. You're too in the zone. You're too shocked for it. Claudia, that's why you're here. We had a fantastic one last night. Let's have a look at the weather to see what else is coming up for us weather-wise, because it's still going to be bloody hot. So, tomorrow night is going to be clear, not a cloud in sight at all tomorrow night. So make sure you're around for that. That is going to be fantastic. Yep, absolutely clear for there. Same again for Wednesday night. Probably the same as today for Friday night, but yeah, for Thursday night I should say. But yeah, it looks like we've got another 2 days of a very clear sky, so not like this at all. This, at the minute, guys, we're talking a 4 out of 10, and last night was a 10 out of 10, so yeah, tomorrow should be another 10. So do make sure you're following and subscribe to get those notifications when we go live, but it'll be about 11 p.m. UK time. And for reference, it's now 20 to 1 a.m. in the morning, so just under an hour and 40 minutes ago, basically. I actually thought it was a star or a satellite at first glance, but this object was really slow, and I mean really slow. So that's the thing in it, Rachel. Sometimes technically slow isn't like a necessary sign of something anomalous, but you get the feeling for it, and you're like, no, that's weirdly, that's like really weirdly slow for that sort of stuff. Oh, did it do anything after that one as well? There, a deserter. That's the one, AFC, yes. Yeah, so Tom Stade, we've seen him, if anybody's ever seen Tom Stade, he's hilarious. Canadian chap, comedian. We see him every year he does a tour. We always catch him somewhere in the country. So, yeah, we missed him last year, though. So, yeah, we'll be, if that one, I assume it'll be the 22nd if it's a one-nighter. Disappeared. Oh, on the trees in front of us. Awesome. That was a spaceship. It was definitely something up there reflecting that light back. Now, what it specifically was, that is the difficulty that we find ourselves in a lot. We can semi easily enough filter out the planes, the drones, the satellites, the shooting stars. The satellites are the hardest. But then you get left with something that's just anomalous. And you go, right, I know what it wasn't, but what was it? Was it ET waving as he goes by there, or was it some sort of freak weather event that... nobody's ever seen before? Like, how do we get that extra information? But again, we are doing small updates and trying to figure this out, see what we can do with the tools we've got down here. Like this is, oh no, wrong button, Sam. Like this is our radar. It's a bit laggy. I only made it today, so I've got to improve on that one. Is there any planes in the area? No, there's no planes in the area, so we can always check that if we see something and see if there is anything locally to account for the anomalous. But planes are actually quite easy. We can tell by the shapes of those. And to be honest, I think I feel safer on the tube there. So much went on. I had to get a break from the media. Yeah, I came off pretty much everything. So I'm only on in the senses of actually doing the streams, which is ironic because I came off all social media. I want to hide away, going to move to the country, don't want to deal with anyone, and then I go and do this every night. It's the mental gymnastics I do to justify it is second to none there. Olympic gymnast. It's very cloudy in the there. 1 star from 8 now visible. Yeah, it is. Oh, that's a nice orange one. Can I get in on that one?
Zoom mode activated.
Looks like it's thinning out a bit, but yeah, it's not a good. It's going to be much better tomorrow night. So yeah, make sure you follow and get those notifications when we go live. Oh my god, it just scrolled up the other way. That's crazy. It definitely normally does that one. Partial to a nice strawberry cider. I used to be back in the day there. I know, I've never seen it. It's just one of those ones that just never kind of came round, and I'm lazy. But I need to. Maybe we'll have to do it for a movie club at some point there. Hannah's podcast with Vsauce. I've seen the clips of that, but I haven't actually watched an episode, so I do need to check that one out, Doug. And Warminster has a strong military, as a Yorkshire regiment was there for many years there. I worked there when I went into tarmac resurfacing and had a contact a few military bases. Awesome. So, yeah, I mean, we know it's obviously a very big military town, but you wonder if is that part of the interest, where the phenomena lies? Do you know of anybody else? Like, you've had to talk about your own sort of experiences there, like living here and for so long, and your family being here. Like, what's the local attitude towards these sorts of things? Are people quite open to it? I've started to talk to a few people, like locally, like the people I chat to in the coffee shop or whatever, and they're kind of curious. They're not the cynical, but they're not necessarily into it. But like, have you ever heard any good stories from other people around here, AFC? And where'd you get the background sound from? Barry, it's a track called In Orbit. Oh god, moved my head too fast there. Oh, vertigo. It's a track called In Orbit. It's made by Alan on his synth. No, it is available online. And just there, Rendlesham, yeah, that is hopefully going to be the start of our UK tour. So that's what we're saving up for at the minute. We need a few extra bits of kit, so we know it's reliable. We don't get halfway across the country and realise it doesn't break. But we do sometimes take the show on the road locally here. Those are our Iron Age Hell Faults, and we've seen some very, very strange things. So we take all the kit with us there, so you can join us up there. Last time we got chased off by cows. That was humorous. So I'm sure we'll be due another one. Oh my god, my vertigo. Sorry, guys. It's got to come back. So yeah, maybe you'll see me embarrass myself up there at some point soon. The cider lollies, the ice cream van. Yeah, they're probably illegal now. On the road again, hopefully. You could get to Clay Hill in 5 minutes from your location. I don't drive though, that's the problem. And I need to go up during the day So I know I'm not confident with how, because it's quite a steep one, isn't it? So I need to kind of do that. But Clay Hill is definitely on the list. We do, you've got Cradle Hill, Battlesbury, they're quite easily accessible. But Clay Hill, again, is probably one of the most active out of them. But we have had some interesting sightings up Battlesbury. That's been very, very interesting. And the owls are a sign for activity. I've heard that as well. And again, Spielberg talked about that for a bit, didn't he? In Was It Taken? That came up a lot there. Wait till Sam comes to Rendlesham and I'm going to film a new Blair Witch. I am a bit worried that actually when we get to Rendlesham, I'll be in there 10 minutes, but right now I've got to go home now. Because I, as you know, well, if you've seen our lives on location, I do go full Scooby-Doo. So, I'm going to embarrass myself there. No, we've travelled that far. I'll tolerate it there. You'll have 100,000 subs with the concept and content. Thank you, Don. To be honest, I hope it's, it's always nice. Number go up is always good. But, as long as I can still read all your messages in the chat. And no noise to it as well. And your site in there, Rachel. And I'll catch you later there, Nathan, as well. We'll be off soon anyway. Definitely back for tomorrow, just 100%. It's going to be a good one, so hopefully we'll see you for that. And what's the comedy? What's his comedy humour based around there? Is he a mixed comedian or a central bias comedian? He's a weird one. I think most comedians, publicly anyway, they do lean towards that thing. The best way to describe him is he almost got famous. Like, he's known in comedy circles, but look at some of his stuff online. Look for Meat from a Van from him, because he did absolutely hilarious. He kind of did, I think, like Mock the Week once or twice, but he didn't get picked up from there. He's very crude, very crass, there. He's a funny guy. We used to kind of know him because we used to go to all the gigs, so he'd kind of recognise you. Not really properly. We'd always afterwards end up going out for a drink. But God, that's been a while since I've done that. He's a good chap. Cloudy in Scotland, can only see Arcturus, the big, bright, beautiful Arcturus there. So we've got, I think Vega's gone around for us now. But yeah, I was hoping it was thinning out, but it doesn't look like it much there. But it's old scores. I like old Davidson there and Jimmy Carr. I find Jimmy Carr, I find him funny, but I don't know where to peg him. And every now and again he'll come out with something which makes me go, have I got you wrong? But he is funny. Did you actually watch any film, Sam, there? No Avatar, no Fire in the Sky. You know what? Before doing this stream, I thought I was rather well versed in film and popular culture. But no, this has shown all of the holes in it. Well, I have heard after an abduction you see an owl. Yeah, I've heard along those lines there. And no worries there, Barry. Many people have witnessed a cigar-shaped silver object, including a chap that was in a band, strangely going back home in his car from the cheese and grain. That's topical. The silver cigar it definitely is one that comes more classic sighting, but it is still seen now. And Clay Hill is not that bad to walk up, to be honest. I think the top of the Westbury White Horse is also a venue which has free seats. Oh, that's a good shout, actually. The White Horse. Yeah, that's a reasonably accessible one. Could have been right above you for all I knew there. Remember the other object I caught? Yes, going upwards, but very slow. They always come back round. It goes through a quiet period and then they come back round there. I'll catch you later there, Amanda, as well. Hopefully it'll be a clearer night tomorrow. I'm used to Jimmy Carr's mindset, to be honest. Sorts out the hecklers. He is funny. He got... what's the one that he does... what's his name? Does 8 out of 10 cats... That was it. Is it John Richardson or something like that? He's always the other panelist, lead panelist or something, isn't it? There, when old Jimmy did his tax avoidance scandal sort of thing, that was all in the news. There was an episode of that where, and I don't care about that. That's fine, Jimmy. Do with your money what you want, whatever. You're rich, they all do it. But I think John Richardson, that really gave him a hard time. And I get so butthurt about these things. I haven't forgiven that comedian from the way he treated Jimmy Carr. That's oh, you're so petty. And I'm like, wait a minute, I've held on to that for 20 years, that grudge, for somebody I don't even know. I thought it was Vega in a C2. Oh, no, I think that's Deneb. I think Vega's gone around now, but you're not far. But you might be right. I can't spin the camera around to check. I've moved it around so many times, and you might actually be right. Where did we get to there? Jimmy a few times. I don't know if I've seen him live. I might have. Jimmy Carr says, what most won't. Interesting. Used to be fantastic. Yes, that last bit, I've noticed a bit of that, and that's where my hesitation lies. And imagine a retake of Death. Oh, that could be interesting. I've seen another object in the same night sky there, blinking, but it could still be the dark silhouette when it didn't pulsate. Oh, it's so hard to tell. It really is. How about in your night vision? Was you seeing them with your night vision? Or was that with your eye? Where did we get to over on the TikTok? Bouncing back over to you guys just for a bit. Got to there, didn't we? Got to there. Was only... Oh no, I did that one there. The wasp just flew into your room. DJ, run! Run! I call Leanne for the wasps. I can't do insects. I hate them. I mean, I do have to. The deal is she captures them and then I go release them. That is the arrangement for those things. Right, guys, what is the time there? We're coming up... Oh, I'm actually getting a bit hot in this room, so I might end up winding up. I'm going to give it another 2 minutes before we wind up, but it'll be slightly earlier because I'm getting a bit hot and dizzy. Got the tissue and squashed it. It's a wasp, it's fine. TB as well, thank you for the gifts there, if I hadn't thanked it already for that one. Oh, it had wings. It reminded me of the craft I saw in the disclosure day. Wow. The wings, that's very, very rare. It's very cloudy this evening as I'm only picking up one main star. Yeah, it is actually a lot cloudier than I was expecting. It said mainly clear tonight, and that's why we're on. Surprise, surprise, they lied. As we wind up for tonight, guys, make sure you're set following or subscribe to get those notifications when we go live. Should be on tomorrow about 11 PM UK time, and it's, if the weather holds, it's going to be a billion times. This right now is a 2 or a 3, and it'll be a 10 tomorrow night there. So do make sure you're joining us for that one, for the Skywatch there. Thank you for hanging out with us, keeping us company, for sharing your stories, your knowledge, your experiences with the phenomena. I really do appreciate that there as well. Tappers away, people liking and sharing, extra love, because helps us meet more people like yourselves and hear more of those stories. We really do appreciate that as well. And as well, gifters, subbers, Patreon members, all that jazz. Again, double love there, because that's how we improve what we're doing. Hopefully get the show on the road there. So we really do appreciate you all there, mods as well, for keeping it all going on your end. Really do appreciate you all, guys, and we will see you all tomorrow night. There's found these spiders, not tonight. Where do we get to over here? Oh, Manbrin, sorry, it's the wrong time there, but you saw 3. I'm lucky. That is very, very lucky. Join us tomorrow night, and we want to hear more about those ones as well. So thank you so much, guys. We'll catch you all tomorrow night. Bye bye.